Pirates with numbers if they want. 2-on-1 for Crookston developing. Good poke check there by Shornack. And a nice move. Breakaway for the Pirates, but a save by Peyton Solberg. Dead turnover again and a save by Solberg. But lost 4-2 in the championship. Here's Aurora Jabas on a break and scores! Aurora Jabas 2-on-1 for the Pirates, and a shot and a save. Solberg with a big save. Aurora Jabas with a chance on a breakaway and scores! That's exactly what they did, but saved by Abrams. Another chance and a goal! Detroit Lake. Pirates come away with it, centering feet in front behind Shornack. Another wrister and a save by Solberg. Cleared by the Pirates, and a chance here for Crookston. Hershey with a chance, and a save by Solberg. Drop pass, shot, blocker, saved by Solberg. Takes trying to generate some offense. Aurora Jabas out there. Over the blue line, scores! Aurora Jabas with the goal! And a good evening to you, and welcome inside the Kent Freeman Arena, the site of this boys hockey game featuring the visiting Fargo Davies Eagles and the home team, the Detroit Lakes Lakers. Charlie Newland broadcasting to you alongside Matt Wimmer as we get set to bring you all the play-by-play action here tonight, as the Lakers enter tonight with an overall record of 3 wins, 2 losses on the season, and taking on Fargo Davies, who is at 3-1 on the season. Last night, the Lakers were in action. They had a 5-0 win over Fergus Falls. And Matt, the Lakers, they're on a winning streak. They're currently on a 3-game winning streak. Their only losses this season have come to North Dakota teams. They lost to Grand Forks Central and lost a few weeks ago to Fargo. I believe Red River was the opponent a couple weeks ago. So trying to get off the snide here against Fargo Davies here tonight.
Well, it's always tough when you come into games like this against some of these North Dakota schools. You don't, as we're just talking about in the booth here, you don't know a lot about them. You can kind of see, as these kids grow up, they skate over there a lot, and so they get to know each other personally. But as far as a team makeup, a lot of times you just don't know what you're gearing up for. But being streak here, let's talk about the scoring streak. 14 goals. They get shut out in their first 2 games and then come back with 14 goals in the last 3 games. That's a nice pace to get rolling on that scoreboard early in the season.
Yeah, and last night it was the second line that contributed. Henry Olsen with 2 goals, 2 assists in the win last night against Fargo Davies. So it's nice to see other lines, not just that Easton Kennedy, Will Simbulik, Carter Whitworth line contributing.
Well, and I'm sure we'll talk about it more as the game goes on, but as we know, you can't win hockey games when you have one line. What you end up doing is trying to split guys up. If you got 3 guys rolling on that first line, then you maybe try to create some offense, so you shift those lines around and stuff. But what you got to do is you stick with those guys that are rolling on that first line, and then you build up those lower lines. And as the season moves on, those guys will catch up to the pace and they'll contribute as much as you allow them to.
So we'll see if the Lakers can get a win against this Davies team. They did play last year, and the Lakers ended up losing in that game 1-0. That was played right after the holiday tournament down south. So Lakers looking for a win here tonight against Davies. Our pregame show brought to you by Snap Fitness in Detroit Lakes. Coming up on our Snap Fitness pregame show, we'll talk to the assistant coach of the Lakers, Tanner Lane, introduce you to tonight's starters, and get to our Ameriprise Financial Carrier and Vardy keys to the game. You're listening to Laker Boys Hockey right here on the station you can count on, Katie Lemon, streaming on YouTube at Lakes TV 3.
Make the decision for Precision. Precision Printing. Their business is helping your business. Precision Printing is the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. For quality printing that won't break your budget, make the decision for Precision Printing. Creative sales pieces, flyers, brochures, letters, invoices, and more. Plus free pickup and delivery from the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. Make the decision for Precision. 847-3101 or visit them at 219 Front Street in Detroit Lakes.
Welcome to Muscatel GMC in Detroit Lakes. Ask about rebates and incentives available now. GMC, dedicated to American ingenuity. Looking for roomy comfort and convenience? Designed for serious capability. Muscatels, built on trust.
Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here from Strive Chiropractic. Say, you may have heard that we take a very different approach when it comes to chiropractic care and health care in general, and that's because we focus on the overall health of the body, looking at how everyday stress affects our nervous system. Your nervous system controls and regulates everything in your body, and chiropractic care at Strive can make a huge difference in your child's school year, their performance, their health, and their overall well-being. Call today to get your family on the road to feeling and functioning their best.
For 130 years, Ameriprise Financial has worked for their clients' futures, helping millions of Americans retire on their terms. Have Carrier and Barty, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, develop a customized plan for your retirement. Call me, Matt Carrier, or financial advisors Matt Hayden or Kelsey Barty at 218-847-2676 to learn more.
Office is located at 1135 Washington Avenue, Suite 103, Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guaranteed. May lose value. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Checking in with Jim at J&K Marine. Jim, tell me about this no-hassle membership I've been hearing about.
Well, Joel, it's the easiest way to take care of your boat. One membership, and J&K Marine handles all service calls, pickups, deliveries, winterization, storage, and even oil changes.
So I don't have to mess with any of that stuff.
Exactly. Plus, members get 20% off parts and accessories. It's customer service simplified.
Sounds like working with the pros.
That's J&K Marine, where you need us, when you need us.
Call today and make lake life hassle-free. Saving energy and money go hand in hand, and Detroit Lakes Public Utilities is here to help you do both. Their Bright Energy Solutions program offers cash rebates on energy-efficient products that can help make your home more comfortable, reduce energy cost, and protect the environment, all while saving you money. From Energy Star appliance upgrades to advanced heating and cooling systems, there's plenty of opportunities to make a meaningful change in 2025. Learn all the ways you can save this year by contacting Detroit Lakes Public Utilities or visit BrightEnergySolutions.com.
The King is calling. Burger King of Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids is hiring for all shifts now. Whether you're looking for some supplemental income or a career opportunity, Burger King offers starting wages up to $15 an hour, and health insurance is available for full-time employees. Plus, paid training with advancement opportunities, flexible hours, free uniforms, and meal discounts. Starting up to $15 an hour, The King is calling. Burger King, Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids.
Looking for trusted appliances with hometown service? D&D Repair and Appliance is your full-service, family-owned appliance store, proudly serving the Lakes region for over 35 years. They carry KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, brands you know and trust. Plus, they offer delivery and installation so you can shop local and get it delivered right to your home. Visit them at 1050 Highway 59 South, because when you choose D&D Repair and Appliance, now you're talking value.
Coach of the Laker boys hockey team, Tanner Lane. Coach, nice win last night against the rival, Fergus Falls. Always nice to beat them.
A conference game for us too, and even going back to well before I was in high school hockey, it's always been fun to play Fergus. So it was good to go up there and play a good style of hockey and get a win for us.
And, you know, sometimes we know Fergus Falls is down a little bit to not have that letdown game, right?
Yeah, I thought Coach Noah did a really good job all week, really, but before the game, talking about how, you know, his bar is set at a certain level regardless of who we're playing, and it showed. We came out in the first period and really established kind of the pace of play of how we wanted to dictate the game, and then translated throughout the rest of the game. So, and
that's always key to success, right? Play your game and let the opponent try to match your style, right?
Correct, and especially if you're playing a team that's maybe younger or maybe not as quite as deep as we are, but fortunately and unfortunately for our schedule, we don't have a ton of games like that anyway, so that's why consistency is important, to play the same way and the right way every time, because, you know, 80% of our games are teams that are just as good as we are, so no nights off is kind of the big mentality for us, and hopefully we'll see that tonight again.
You guys have been stretching wins together now. You know, the last loss that we had was against the North Dakota team, right? A few weeks ago, and prior to that, it was another North Dakota team. Now we play another North Dakota team here tonight.
Yeah, and you know, it's nice to win. Obviously, winning solves everything, but also nice to score goals. But you know, these North Dakota teams are good. They're big schools, good deep schools for us to play against, and good for our younger guys to play against teams that have 3 good lines, 4 good D, 5 good Ds. So. Just another opportunity for us to get ready for a big week next week coming up with conference and section games again.
What's been the message I mean, you mentioned playing our game. Any particular message tonight against Fargo Davies?
Well, tonight it's going to be all about sprinting around and continuing to play heavy. I thought we did a really good job of that against Thief River, especially our defensemen, making it really hard for those forwards to come through us and get to the net. I don't know a lot about Davies. I know that they played Central really tough when we played this year, but it's going to be important that all three lines can contribute. We can't rely on our first line every night. We didn't have to do that last night, obviously, but it'll be really important that we have three lines because we can't play Easton Kennedy's line 30 minutes a night. It's just not feasible. So consistently throughout our lineup, playing heavy, hard play against, and then goalie Griffin Lindbergh, he's got to be our best player, and he has a lot of nights, so it'll be important for him to have a good night too.
You mentioned Henry Olsen off air about his performance last night.
Yeah, 2 goals and 2 assists for him. And I tell you what, they were both goals he scored were beautiful. He had a really nice assist on a 2-on-1, and I think I mentioned it to you in the post-game show against Thief River and you mentioned it too. He's a good killer and a guy that played D last year, but man, is he doing a lot of good stuff up front for us, and now it makes us look bad for not having him play forward last year. But he's been great and a really good teammate, and it's really fun to watch him. I'm super happy the way he's really kind of centered or anchored himself on that second line, and Austin Justinson complements him really well, and so does Hank Schlotterhouse. So that's a really good line for us right now.
Checking in on the third line, I know it's full of sophomores. How are they progressing?
They're progressing, as expected when you go into a season with those young kids, and all of them are young kids, obviously, on the third line together. It's different if you have a sophomore playing with 2 seniors or a junior. There's a little bit of a different complexity to that, but they're doing a good job. They're not getting a ton of ice time in some of these games, obviously, because we've got some seniors up front that are playing a lot of minutes, but it's going to be a process with them, but I love their mentality. They show up to the rink every day to get better. That's all you can really ask for that. But they're coming along. Obviously, the schedule aspect of it, we got some tougher teams to play moving forward. But it takes time. But I've liked what we've seen so far.
Appreciate the time, Coach.
Thank you.
Assistant Coach Tanner Lane joining us here on the pregame show. Back with more right after this.
Checking in with Jim at J&K Marine. Jim, tell me about this no-hassle membership I've been hearing about.
Well, Joel, it's the easiest way to take care of your boat. One membership, and J&K Marine handles all service calls, pickups, deliveries, winterization, storage, and even oil changes.
So I don't have to mess with any of that stuff.
Exactly. Plus, members get 20% off parts and accessories. It's customer service simplified.
Sounds like workers
when you need us.
Call today and make lake life hassle-free.
Metal Sales in Detroit Lakes. Proud supporters of Laker Athletics. With over 55 years of experience, Metal Sales is the nation's leading manufacturer of metal roofing, wall, and building systems. When it comes to metal panels, no one does it better. Looking for a fresh career opportunity? Metal Sales in Detroit Lakes is hiring. Stop by, apply online, or give them a call to see what's in store for you. Good luck this season, Laker athletes, from everyone at Metal Sales in Detroit Lakes. The Metal Panel Pros.
Life isn't perfect, but that doesn't mean we can't make it better for the people we care about. At Weber Family Motors, that's our family and our team, and also the customers who have been shopping with us since 2007. That's why we've made our Pro-Certified Unlimited Mile program complimentary for every eligible new and pre-owned vehicle. So you get one less thing to worry about. Visit our showroom on Highway 10 West next to Menards or browse online at WeberFamilyMotors.com. Weber Pro Certified. Drive home.
$5 duo at BK. Step up to the plate and have it your way. Get 2 of your faves, it's up to you. Just figure it out, then hit the drive-thru. BK, have it your way. $5 duo at BK. Step up to the plate and have it your way. Get 2 of your faves, it's up to you. Just figure it out, then hit the drive-thru. BK, have it your way.
B&M Electric, a full-service electrical contractor that's built a reputation on honesty and service, providing top-quality service at a reasonable price and long-lasting relationships with the best general contractors in the area. B&M Electric is proud that home and business owners alike call them year after year for their electrical needs. The biggest compliment? When their customers refer them to friends. Over 35 years in the business, licensed and bonded. Good luck to all the Laker athletes from Mike and Brenda at B&M Electric.
Look, the big new Old National Bank in town is just trying to make a go for it. But they have a lot of shareholders to please down in Chicago. At Midwest Bank, your local bank, the only person we have to please is you. So we employ people here. We invest in people here. We build businesses here. And if that's the kind of thing you want from your financial institution, we welcome you here to Midwest Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Come hang out at the DLCCC. Indoor pool, indoor track, indoor backyard. It's all indoors and ready for you to join. And if you're not sure how to work the equipment or where to start, book a session with a personal trainer. Many classes, many levels. Workouts are an important part of an athlete's career. So whether you're a beginner or advanced, the DLCCC has something here for every level and every age. So get started today. It's a great decision. Check out their Facebook page for classes or call 844-4221. Good luck to all the Laker athletes.
VTD Manufacturing in Detroit Lakes is a proud sponsor of the Detroit Lakes Lakers. They're a customer-focused, growth-oriented manufacturing partner providing innovative, customer-specific solutions to world-class brands. They succeed by investing in their people. They know the power of teamwork is what it takes to make a successful company, just as the teams of the Detroit Lakes High Schools do as well. VTD is community-minded and loves to see the grow. Good luck this season to all Laker athletes.
And welcome back here to the Ken Freeman Arena. Charlie Nolan broadcasting to you alongside Matt Wimmer as we get set for face-off here tonight. The Lakers and the Davies Eagles set to do battle in boys hockey. Glad to have you along. Let's take a look at starters here tonight. First for the Lakers, starting forwards will be center Easton Kennedy, left wing Carter Whitworth, Will Cymbelik at right wing, defense Bauer Walter Hudson Pettit, and the goaltender is Griffin Lindbergh. Starting for the Fargo Davies Eagles, starting five looks like this. Starting at left wing, Joe Lindstedt. Center is Kaysen Currents. Right wing, Owen Holm. Defensively, Duncan Metcalf and Dom Dybert. And the goaltender tonight for Davies is Brecken Metcalf. Take a look at Fargo Davies. They're 2 wins, actually 3 wins on the season. They beat Minot 4-0. Begin the season. Then they followed that up with a couple of losses. They lost to West Fargo Cheyenne 4-3, and then Grand Forks Central. That was an interesting game. The Lakers also played Grand Forks Central, lost to them as well. But Fargo Davies had played Grand Forks Central. They were down 4-1 in the final minutes. There was a couple of major penalties taken by Grand Forks Central, and Fargo Davies able to come back and tie that game up and force overtime. They ended up losing, but interesting matchup there. This is Mark Century and beat West Fargo just last night. They beat West Fargo 6-2. So Lakers again, they beat Fergus Falls last night 5-0. They were scheduled to play on Tuesday, but with the weather did not cooperate, so they did not get that game in on Tuesday, and that was postponed until February 8th to play Crookston. So the Lakers in action last night, but back here at it again tonight, Matt. And as Coach Lane talked about, they didn't, Fergus isn't as deep as the Lakers, and Lakers didn't kind of play down to competition against the Otters and able to get that 5-0 shutout win.
No, we've talked about that in the past on how important that is to come and doesn't matter who the competition is, you come out and you play the game. Those are the kinds of games that if they end up 5-3 or something like that you walk out of there going, well, we really didn't feel like we got the win that we wanted tonight. We got a win, and that's okay, and that's great. But 5-0, that puts a stamp on it, says, hey, we're better than you. We came into your barn, we got the job done, and here we are back again tonight to play a team that when you bring up that Grand Forks Central tilt, that's an overtime game, but that's in Central, keep in mind. So that's Davies traveling into Central's barn and taking them into overtime, regardless of what happened towards the end of that hockey game. They still got themselves to that point. So let's look to see a good. This would be a good matchup here. I think we're going to have a nice, even matchup. I think the pace is going to be up there. We're going to see some physical hockey, it sounds like. So hopefully it'll heat up here in Kent Freeman Arena. Knowing it's. I think we're down to 12 below outside right now, folks, and so come on down to Ken Freeman Arena and warm up with some hockey.
I think we're at, what do you got, thermometer over there, Matt? I think it's right around 60 degrees here inside, in the press box at least, with
we are
all the hot air.
58 degrees up here in the press box.
Let's take a look at our keys to the game. They're brought to you by Ameriprise Financial, Carrier and Vardy. And, I think continuing to see production from all three lines, it just makes you so much more dangerous, especially in Class A hockey. Matching physicality, Matt, I feel like Davies, they're going to try to lay some lumber and play physical tonight, and hopefully the Lakers can match that physicality. And as Coach Lane talked about, that's a sophomore third line. You want to continue to see development from that third line. Of course, they're used to more of that Bantam-style hockey, getting used to the varsity level and continuing to see that production from that third line.
I always like to talk to those underclassmen guys that have been in the lineup, and you say, listen, we're giving you a little leeway here till about Christmas time, and we're approaching that break right now. And after that break, you're no longer underclassmen. You've been part of this team, so you've got that time frame to get yourself up to speed, get yourself up to the varsity decision-making process that happens just that much quicker at that level, especially for those guys that kind of skip that JV step and right onto the varsity team from Bantams to varsity. That's a big jump, so it takes those kids a little time. It isn't skill, it isn't anything like that. It's just getting to that pace of game and getting your brain used to that pace of game, and it sounds like they're starting to catch up.
So our Keys to the Game brought to you by Ameriprise Financial, Carrier, and Vardy. Both teams get announced. We'll take a break. You've been listening to the Snap Fitness pregame show right here on the station. You can count on KDLM and also on YouTube at Lakes TV3. We'll have Puck Drop next. Don't go anywhere.
Snap Fitness of Detroit Lakes is the only locally owned 24/7 fitness club in the Lakes area. Snap Fitness has month-to-month memberships, meaning no long-term contracts or club enhancement fees. Work out on your own time, even with a busy schedule. Looking for a class that will motivate and push you? Check out the Snap Fitness Boot Camp with Coach Carly. If you sign up this month, you'll receive a Lakers card. With MyZone technology, Snap Fitness helps you stay on track and reach your fitness goals. Proud supporter of Laker Athletics. Membership subject to a one-time enrollment fee. Snap Fitness, Detroit Lakes.
Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here from Strive Chiropractic. Say, you may have heard that we take a very different approach when it comes to chiropractic care and health care in general, and that's because we focus on the overall health of the body, looking at how everyday stress affects our nervous system. Your nervous system controls and regulates everything in your body, and chiropractic care at Strive can make a huge difference in your child's school year, their performance, their health, and their overall well-being. Call today to get your family on the road to feeling and functioning their best.
For 130 years, Ameriprise Financial has worked for their clients' futures, helping millions of Americans retire on their terms. Have Carrier and Barty, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, develop a customized plan for your retirement. Call me, Matt Carrier, or financial advisors Matt Hayden or Kelsey Barty at 218-847-2676 to learn more.
Office is located at 1135 Washington Avenue, Suite 103, Detroit Lake. Financial institution guaranteed. May lose value. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Life isn't perfect, but that doesn't mean we can't make it better for the people we care about. At Weber Family Motors, that's our family and our team, and also the customers who have been shopping with us since 2007. That's why we've made our Pro-Certified Unlimited Mile program complimentary for every eligible new and pre-owned vehicle. So you get visit our showroom on Highway 10 West next to Menards or browse online at WeberFamilyMotors.com. Weber Pro Certified. Drive home.
$5 duo at BK. Step up to the plate and have it your way. Get two of your faves, it's up to you. Just figure it out, then hit the drive-thru. BK, have it your way. $5 duo at BK. Step up to the plate and have it your way. Get two of your faves, it's up to you. Just figure it out, then hit the drive-thru. BK, have it your way.
When the snow flies, your golf game doesn't have to go into hibernation. Swing into the 19th hole simulator at Forest Hills Resort, your warm, cozy escape all holiday season long. Keep your swing sharp on some of the best courses in the country, all without leaving town. Bring friends, hang out over holiday breaks, and make it a tradition. And grab Black Diamond at Forest Hills Christmas gift cards, the perfect gift for the golfer in your life. So tee up good times this winter at the Forest Hills Resort 19th hole simulator.
Welcome to Muscatel GMC in Detroit Lakes. Ask about rebates and incentives available now. GMC, dedicated to American ingenuity. Looking for roomy comfort and convenience? Designed for serious capability. Muscatel's built on trust.
And welcome back here to the Ken Freeman Arena. Charlie Nolan broadcasting to you alongside Matt Wimmer. Lakers versus Eagles. Boys hockey, Fargo Davies the opponent tonight. Lakers looking to continue their winning streak right now at 3 games. Davies entering with 2 straight wins. as the Lakers will have Easton Kennedy take the draw. Kaysen Currents with the draw for the Eagles, and we are underway. Glad to have you along, just underway. In our pregame show brought to you by Snap Fitness in Detroit Lakes. Scoreboard tonight brought to you by BTD Manufacturing. Easton Kennedy works it through neutral ice, drops it off, shot by Whitworth, rebound given up, and a couple of good chances in front for Detroit Lakes. Now Pettit with a wrist shot, it hits the pipe. Kept in by the Lakers. Good start here for the Lakers, just 30 seconds in. One post hit, one good scoring chance as well. Pettit, D-to-D now to Walter, and he'll rip a shot that's covered up by the goaltender Brecken Metcalf for the Davies Eagles. As we take a look at that replay here on the scoring chance by the Lakers. Kennedy working his way through a couple of defenders and then leaves it there for Whitworth, who fired a good shot. But Metcalf making the save. Senior goaltender for Davies.
I've said in the past, I like that. You come down a 2-on-1, get that early pass in so you can look for a return, or a good quick shot by Whitworth. Gets high in the chest and leaves a rebound there for the scoring opportunity.
Puck loose, bottom of the circles. This is that line that scored 4 of the 5 goals last night. Hank Schlotteroff, Lawson Justison, and Henry Olsen. As the Eagles will play it to the near side wing and look to break it out. Good forecheck pressure by the Lakers forces the Eagles to ice it, but it goes on goal, so play continues here as Max Ducharme leaves it to the corner where it's picked up first by the Eagles. Along the near side wall, both teams vie for possession. Held in by the Eagles. Nice move to the front. Backhand shot blocked by the Lake defense. That's Rhett Walter. And out to neutral ice it goes, where Hank Schlotteroff will dump it in. Eagles in the midst of a line change. Lakers as well, as the Eagles will tap it along. It's the glass, central ice, and picked up now by Walter. Bauer Walter, cross ice pass. Deflected here by the Eagles. Played into the Lakers zone where Hudson Pettit, cross ice pass goes to Walter. Off the glass on the stick of Walter. Played forward to Xander Bergeson and then iced by the Lakers, and a face-off in the defensive zone with 15:09 to go in the first period with no score. So Lakers able to get all 3 lines out here early. Now they'll bring back the top line of Easton Kennedy, Will Cymbaluk, and Carter Whitworth. Offensively for Detroit Lakes, it's Bauer, Walter, and Hudson Pettit. Face-off won by the Eagles. Wrist shot from the blue line through traffic, missed wide. And then tapped along the wall by the Lakers. Held in by the Eagles. Shot from a long ways out. Never made it on goal. Held in here by Davies. Pressure. Detroit Lakes will regroup behind the net. That's Cymbaluk. He'll work it in front of his own goal. And then kind of just swipes it ahead where it's dumped back in by the Eagles. Lakers will pick it back up. Drops it off for Whitworth. Deflected to the end boards. Walter retreats, gets back the blue line where the Lakers now cycle in the corner. Cymbaluk, backhand pass, fed back to Pettit. Now Walter, back to Pettit. Pettit with a wrist shot and a save by Brecken Metcalf. And a stoppage, 14:27 to go, first period, no score. Good wrist shot here by Hudson Pettit. He had 2 goals in the win against Thief River Falls last week.
Everything's going up high. Goalie's sucking it right into that chest, keeping those rebounds in there. Let's get some down on those leg pads as you're getting traffic in front of the net. That's where you're going to get that opening goal off of something low. Nice rebound return.
Walter gives up the zone here as he couldn't keep it in at the blue line. Lakers had to regroup. Now the Eagles will play it off the boards out to neutral ice. Lakers in the home white jerseys. Red breezers, red helmets, red numbers. Multiple colors for the Eagles, Fargo Davies, as the Lakers get it into the offensive zone. With the black jerseys, maroon numbering with a gold outline, maroon helmets. There's a lot going on in those in that color scheme. Not a
and the old the old pants that they've been wearing, kind of the Boston College type pant. So there's no black in the pant, but the black in the jersey. It's been throwing me off since I saw him come out, and I thought it maybe was a warm-up jersey.
Yeah, the dark on dark, it just doesn't sit well with me here as the Lakers get it out to neutral ice and then dumped in to the corner. I did like the JV jerseys.
Yeah.
They were the Boston. It looked just like Boston College Eagles. Dumped in by the Eagles down to the corner. Back to the blue line it goes. Eagles holding the offensive zone. Eagle player lost an edge. Lakers get it off the corner boards. Desharm lays a good check. It's played behind the net. Rhett Walter flips it out of the zone all the way down, and this will be icing. Yes, just enough for icing. Defensive zone draw. Just under 13 minutes to go in the first period with no score. Coming up, streaming schedule, we have girls hockey coming up on the 18th versus Morris Benson. Girls basketball next week as well versus Sauk Rapids Rice. The Lakers have a busy week next week for boys hockey as well here as we get an icing once again on the Lakers. Some big games next week. They got Alexandria on Tuesday, and then they have St. Cloud on Thursday, and then Saturday it's the East Grand Forks game that's a makeup from earlier in the season. So we're going to face off to the right of Lindbergh. Taking the draw is Brody Bender. And Bender wins the draw to the corner. Tie up in the corner. No score. Shots in favor of the Lakers, 4-2. Eagles back to the blue line. D-to-D pass. Dybert got it across, then shot blocked. Picked up by Pettit for the Lakers. Slaps it, but not out. Held in. Top line out there here for Fargo Davies against the Laker third line. There's a shot to the corner. There's a dump into the corner where the Eagles will find it. Joe Lindstad with it. Played back deep in the zone. And now the corner it goes where Brody Bender tries to get to it. The Eagles get to it first. Lindstad, couple of moves in the skates. Lindstad comes away with it, works it to the front. Chance in front, but cleared by Hudson Pettit. And he'll skate it out and advance it to neutral ice where he dumps it in. Cycled by Simbulik. Down to the corner for Bergeson. Turned over. Back to the blue line to Sharm. Settles for a dump to the corner. The Eagles behind the net. Slap it along. That's Duncan Metcalf. The right wing. Glove down at neutral ice by Desharm. Numbers the other way for the Lakers. 2-on-1. Here's Kennedy with a wrist shot. Save. Rebound given up by Metcalf and then iced by the Eagles. But on goal, Lindbergh will have to field it and play it out to Carter Whitworth, who gets it at neutral ice. Now to Simbulik. One touch to Kennedy. Kennedy drives wide. Gets drugged down on the play. No call. Play continues. Eagles will come away with possession. Good check there by Whitworth. Played out along the far wing. Where the Lakers will find it next to Sharm. Dump in, goes off of an Eagle player. Back to the defense where Voller will play it along. Off the wall. Knocked down out of midair by Simbulik. The pressure by Will Simbulik. He'll dump it to the corner. Lakers putting on pressure here. As Whitworth and Kennedy. Back to Kennedy. Karams along the wall to the near side. Check there by Simbulik. Pressure allowing the Lakers to keep the puck in the offensive zone. Now the Eagles will get it out to neutral ice. Regroup by Bauer Walter. Two-line pass to Whitworth, who dumps it in. And the Lakers will go for a line change as Brecken Metcalf leaves it for his defense. Here comes Fargo Davies through neutral ice. They'll stay on side. Big hit by Henry Olsen as the Lakers tie up along the far half boards. Back to the blue line. Shot blocked by Olsen and then cleared the length by Schlotteroff, but it'll go on goal and then it's covered up by Brecken Metcalf. Replay from earlier. This is a scoring chance. This is that rushed here by the Eagles. But a good check here by Henry Olsen. And he's, as Coach Lane talked about, good penalty killer and also a contributor on offense. And
well, it all starts out with trusting that third line earlier in that shift as they kind of wore out that Davies first line, gives us a scoring opportunity. Then they come back with their second line, matches with our second line, and Olsen with a nice running him out to the outside of the ice and then putting that lick on him on that half board and stopping it cold and then pulling that puck right back out of the zone and heading back down for that quick one touch into the zone so they could keep the drive alive.
Eagles through neutral ice. Offensive zone shot blocked by Walter. Dump to the corner now by the Eagles. Hudson Pettit reverses it to Justison. Lawson Justison, one of the senior captains on this Laker team. Now to Bauer Walter. Lakers breaking out. 9:05 to go. First period, no score. Fargo Davies in the corner. This is Persons. Plays it to the near side wing, Joe Lindstadt. This is that top line again for the Eagles. As they'll bring it out. Persons through neutral, dumps it in. And it's played to the corner by Gigstad. And Max Ducharme finds it out for the Lakers. He'll play it corner to corner for Rhett Walter off the glass, but not out, held in. Walter again trying to clear. Again, held in by Davies. So Lakers will regroup. Rhett Walter off the boards, passed it to Bergeson, turned over at neutral ice, but the Lakers get it back. Now Bergeson works through a check, drives it wide, lost his footing as he tried to backhand it on goal. Eagles try to clear it off the boards, held in at the blue line by Ducharme. Puck filters to the near side wing. And here comes Fargo Davies out of the zone. They'll dump it in. It's good pace here in this hockey game, Matt. Just haven't had too many scoring chances. 6 shots for the Lakers, 2 shots for Fargo Davies.
The pace is up there a little bit. We haven't seen a lot of that physical play that we had talked about, and then also kind of some sloppy hockey. No one's receiving the passes, a lot of dump-ins, a lot of tips off the board, chasing the pucks down, things of that nature. We'll start to see that as the pace, as the teams start to feel each other out and the Lakers start to get the jelly going here a little bit. I think we'll start to see some of those passes connect up and start to tighten up the game a little bit.
Eagles putting pressure on in the offensive zone. Pass in the slot. Wrist shot and a save by Griffin Lindberg. It all started with a turnover by the Laker defense and ends up with Griffin Lindberg making that save. And again, good pressure by the Eagles. Finding a loose puck in the slot and a wrist shot on goal. Lindberg all over it.
And that goes back to that little bit of sloppy hockey I'm talking about. We've tried to make a couple passes, nothing crisp to get us out of the zone. 1-2 passes and out of the zone. Everything's kind of slopping around a little bit, and that one found its way into the slot.
Passing here by the Eagles in the offensive zone. Shot from a long ways out. Rebound given up there by Lindberg after he made the initial save. Goes to the corner. Once again, Dybert with another shot. That one deflects wide. Now Hudson Pettit for the Lakers. He'll play the boards. That's not out of the zone. Held in. Bouncing puck in front. And a backhand shot from a tough angle. Saved by Lindberg. Dybert again with it for the Eagles. Redirect off of the stick and wide. Lindstadt plays it. Corner wall for Sahlberg. One back by the Lakers. Walter fumbles it. He has to retreat, give it back off the end wall to Hudson Pettit, who flings it along the boards, but not out, held in. And once again, the Eagle forecheck keeping the puck in the offensive zone. Chance here for the Eagles, and a block shot by Pettit. As the Lakers now scoop it up, and it's played by Lawson Justison to neutral ice. And stolen by Dybert back the other way, and the Eagles will dump it in and go for line change. 6:06 to go, first period. No score. Bauer Walter for the Lakers. Saucer pass floats to neutral ice, gloved down by the Eagles, but then eventually picked up by Whitworth. He tries to sidestep a defender. Stolen by Fargo Davies, and then one back by Rhett Walter. As we ping pong back and forth at neutral ice. As the Eagles poked away by Will Simbulik. So either team can get a rush going here as the Lakers will dump it in. 5:23 to go, first period. Ducharme pinching at the blue line. Got past him, but the back check gets back. That's Easton Kennedy getting back in the play. Rhett Walter turning it over, but picked up now by Kennedy. And here comes the Lakers into the offensive zone. Kennedy trying to fight through 2 defenders. Settles for a cycle to the corner where it's picked up now by the Eagles, and they'll quickly break it out. So both teams playing last night. Not sure if that's factoring in. Big hit by Easton Kennedy. as he catches Sam Glur looking down at the puck. Now the puck picked up by Descharm. Descharm into the offensive zone, lost it. Lindstadt picks it up here for Fargo Davies. And stolen by Bergeson, one back by the Eagles. Stick lift by Descharm and held in by Fargo. Check there by Brody Bender. Played to the blue line, held in. Shot off the stick of Lindbergh and goes to the corner, where it's now played out to neutral ice. Back in here by Fargo Davies. Out of the net, Lindbergh trying to leave it for his defense. Missed the puck. Now the Lakers will get it out to neutral ice. No, still held in. Good job by Davies. Not giving up on that play was number 22, Carter Sahlberg.
Davies certainly has picked up the pace a little bit here as the Lakers jumped out of the gate, but Davies coming back strong here towards the end of the period.
Yeah, they've really ratcheted up here and causing the Lakers fits. A lot of turnovers. So again, another turnover as Davies will get a chance with a shot, and that goes wide. Eagles keeping it in, keeping the attack going. Shot saved by Lindbergh. Now played by Brody Bender. Bender, outlet goes off the stick of Bergeson, but it'll cross three lines as it was touched all the way down. Icing on Fargo Davies. Here's a replay of that big hit by Easton Kennedy earlier. Sam Glur kind of looking down at the puck, and Easton Kennedy lays the lumber.
Back to the talk of playing last night. Both teams skated last night. Sometimes that can keep the pace going. You come right off of that, right off of those wins, and come right out and keep that energy pumping. Tonight it looks like it's that bus time took a lot of them a little bit trying to get their timing back.
They've woken up. Under 3 minutes to go here, first period, no score. Shots now favoring Fargo Davies. It was 6-2 in favor of the Lakers, now 7-6 in favor of the Eagles. Pettit is going to pinch against the boards. Turned over, though. Chance here for the Eagles. They'll go D to D. And near side D. Shot through traffic. Saved by Lindbergh. Back to the point again. Another wrist shot. And this goes off the stick of Olsen and out of play. Good scoring chances there for Fargo Davies. They look to really get their defense, Matt, involved in their offense. They look to go right back to the point every time.
Well, Detroit Lakes has been kind of sucked down low because of some of the mistakes they've made on the breakout passes, and fumble with the puck has forced them down below, basically below the face-off dots for a lot of it, leaving those Davies open.
Dybert shot blocked by Cymbaluk. And now Easton Kennedy lays it to Cymbaluk. Backhanded back to Kennedy. Lost it at neutral ice. Picked back up by the Lakers. Descharm gains center and dumps it in. We get a whistle. Actually, it's an icing, rather. Icing on the Lakers, and we'll have a defensive zone draw to the left of Lindbergh.
And what an odd bounce off that backboard there as it came in.
That was peculiar.
It just died on that yellow dasher.
Where it goes from corner to the end boards.
Yeah.
That's where it face off won by the Laker defense. Whitworth gets the puck in the offensive zone now after that defensive zone win. See if the Lakers can put some offense together here in the final couple minutes of this period. It's been all Davies here in the middle part of this period and the later stages as well. A good jump. Good start by the Lakers at the jump, but since then it's been Davies. Icing here on the Eagles, and we'll get an offensive zone draw with 1:35 left here in period number one. Coming up, we'll have our U-Motors intermission report. Go through not much to talk about. No penalties, no goal summary. Got some shots, though, we can talk about. We got the Laker spotlight coming up in the intermission break. And, of course, we'll hear Matt's analysis of the first period. Can't miss.
Well, we've got to get something to analyze first here, so let's get this pace quickened up a little bit and tighten up this passing.
And two teams that are not too familiar with one another. Again, the Lakers played against Davies last year on the road. And that was during that stretch where the Lakers really struggled scoring goals. They lost 1-0 on the road to Eagles last year. 1 minute left here in the first period. Oh, dangerous play here by Fargo Davies defenseman Mason Peterson. Fortunate that Brecken Metcalf was on his toes as he was stick handling the puck near his own net. And good pressure by Xander Bergeson with that poke check, and almost a goal.
Yeah, interesting decision. You know, Xander didn't even force him over there, but he made the decision to go that way instead of sidestepping him to the outside. He made the decision to cut out in front. Not sure what brought him to that, but then he mishandled the puck right onto his goaltender.
45 seconds to go, first period. Check by Carter Whitworth. Dumped in by the Eagles. The last game we called was the Thief River Falls game, and this puck goes out of play. Heads up. And that game, it was the first game back for Carter Whitworth. And here tonight, we're seeing his presence a little more so than that first game back. He's laid a couple of good checks. He had a shot that went off the post, a couple of scoring chances as well.
Well, he's also a pretty big body out there, so you rely on him for that physicality. And as we've seen in the years past, he brings some offensive prowess to this lineup too. So to put him out there and with this line setup, they should be producing goals without a doubt.
Shot from the top of the circle, saved by Lindbergh. Stick to the corner. As Simblick backhands it to Rhett Walter. Ahead for Easton Kennedy. Offensive zone, backhand, trying to feed it to Whitworth on a one-timer, but never could connect. Behind the net, Eagles will get it. Late stages of this period, and the buzzer sounds. Scoreless. After one period of play on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard, 0-0. Our score. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our U Motors intermission report next. You're listening to Laker Boys Hockey on the station you can count on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Lakes TV 3.
When the snow flies, your golf game doesn't have to go into hibernation. Swing into the 19th hole simulator at Forest Hills Resort, your warm, cozy escape all holiday season long. Keep your swing sharp on some of the best courses in the country, all without leaving town. Bring friends, hang out over holiday breaks, and make it a tradition. And grab Black Diamond at Forest Hills Christmas gift cards, the perfect gift for the golfer in your life. So tee up good times this winter at the Forest Hills Resort 19th hole simulator.
Detroit Lakes High School is giving students new opportunities to get out of class and get hands-on learning and experience. The youth skills program at DLHS encourages, promotes, and supports the development of local partnerships between schools, employers, and community organizations. Students can choose from plant science and greenhouse management, advanced manufacturing, and the Certified Nursing Assistant program. For more information, call Vern Schnathorst, 218-849-6110. Academies of Detroit Lakes. My future, my course.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $450 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $450 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through January 31st, 2026.
U Motors Detroit Lakes, Pelican, and Fargo have been helping families make memories for years now. From the water toys to land toys, they've got every inch of fun covered. Pontoons, dirt bikes, side-by-sides, riding gear, snowmobiles, and more. U Motors knows there's been many smiles and lots of laughter from the days on the water to the miles of trails in the snow. Stop by any of their locations, Detroit Lakes, Pelican, or Fargo, and let U Motors help you find just what your family needs. Online at umotorsinc.com.
The King is calling. Burger King of Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids is hiring for all shifts now. Whether you're looking for some supplemental income or a career opportunity, Burger King offers starting wages up to $15 an hour, and health insurance is available for full-time employees. Plus, paid training with advancement opportunities, flexible hours, free uniforms, and meal discounts. Starting up to $15 an hour, The King is calling. Burger King, Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids.
Jeff's Muffler and Auto Repair on 8th Street in Detroit Lakes is your all-around auto repair. Jeff services fifth wheel hitches, 4 and 5 inch diesel exhausts, gooseneck hitches, brakes, shocks and struts, custom dual exhausts, and mufflers. Jeff's work is fully guaranteed and is now a 3-family member business. Call for an appointment today, 846-9318. Jeff's Muffler and Auto Repair in Detroit Lakes, 846-9318.
Hey Lakers fans, our community is lucky to have athletes that display such great teamwork, dedication, and work ethic. At SJE, we look for these same qualities as we build our team and grow our business. We're always looking for passionate team players. If that sounds like a fit for you, consider joining our team today. With multiple open positions and flexible hours, you're sure to find a spot on our roster. Join today by applying at sje.com/careers. For 50 years, we have been proud to be SJE. And good luck, Lakers!
Good luck to our Lakers from everyone at West River Dental. When you visit West River Dental, your smile is their top priority. Their dentist, Dr. John Jordan, along with their entire team, is dedicated to their patients' comfort and well-being. Building a foundation of trust is vital to their success. It's their goal to provide exceptional dental care through individualized service and education for each patient. At West River Dental, they utilize the most advanced dental technology and procedures to ensure a positive dental experience. Good luck, Lakers, from West River Dental.
And welcome back. Scoreless after one period here in boys hockey. Detroit Lakes hosting Fargo Davies tonight. It's time for our U-Motors intermission report. No penalties to report on in that first period. Shots, though, we can count 9 shots for Fargo Davies, 8 for the Lakers. And Matt, Lakers jumped out. I think they were up 6-2 in the shots department. And then as the period progressed, Fargo Davies inched it closer and took the lead.
Well, I tell you what, those shots are not accurate whatsoever, so I'm not sure what's going on out there. We ended the period with 7, and then they put another up for 8. I've got a legitimate shot count of 7 for Fargo Davies and 5 for Detroit Lakes. And that's what I saw. They counted the dump in that went off one of the Lakers skaters and on to Lindbergh as a shot, just for one. They also counted the defenseman shooting the puck on his own goalie as a shot. And so I've got a 7-5 shot count here on this, but nevertheless, there's a low shot count and not a lot of real hot scoring action off of those shots either. So, like I said, a little bit of a sloppy period, which might come from being on the road and coming off a couple of games last night, try to get your feet back under you. So I expect to see a lot cleaner period here this second period.
Yeah, and was it pressure that was bringing that to sloppiness, or was it just a matter of just sloppiness?
That's I didn't see pressure on either side. I saw the Lakers do a nice job keeping that slot area cluttered up a little bit, but then and I didn't see Davies putting any extreme pressure on our defensemen, forcing them to make passes. And even the defensemen were making a pass, and then we were fumbling it, or the pass wouldn't quite get there, or there was a stick in the lane, something like that. And also on the other end of the rink, I didn't see Davies, or our Lakers putting a real heavy forecheck. We'd come into the zone. We had a couple of 2-on-1 opportunities that we did create some offense out of those, but once we started to sustain a little pressure, I didn't see us working off of that other than that first 2 to 3 shifts of the game. We saw some good pressure, some good puck movement. The rest of it was just kind of back and forth. And I say sloppy, and if you're listening at home, I don't mean that criticizing or anything like that. It's just the kind of hockey that's out there. It almost looks like a shinny game at the outdoor rink tonight. The pace is up there. We're moving back and forth. There's a little bumping and grinding, but there's nothing. The passes aren't quite getting there. Maybe it's the ice. Maybe it's torn up a little bit down there after that heavy JV tilt.
Lakers got the win in the JV tilt, 1-0. There's factors that come into play with ice conditions as well. When it's colder out, too, that can chip the ice. But, I just think it's a matter of finding your groove and maybe a feeling out process with two teams that aren't very familiar with each other as well. So we'll take a break. Be back with more of our U-Motors Intermission Report. We'll have our Sales Up Spotlight program coming your way next here on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Lakes TV3.
Looking for trusted appliances with hometown service? D&D Repair and Appliance is your full-service, family-owned appliance store, proudly serving the Lakes region for over 35 years. They carry KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, brands you know and trust. Plus, they offer delivery and installation so you can shop local and get it delivered right to your home. Visit them at 1050 Highway 59 South, because when you choose D&D Repair and Appliance, now you're talking value.
Come check out the Boys and Girls Thrift Store and More of Detroit Lakes. They've got the largest selection of thrift family apparel in the upper Midwest, all at low everyday prices. The B&G Thrift Store and More has been voted the best thrift discount store in the Lakes area. From truckload sales to outdoor living furniture to thrift items, they cover everything you could possibly want. Shop Monday through Saturday 9 a.m. to 7, Sundays 10 a.m. to 5. The Boys and Girls Thrift Store and More is a proud supporter of all Laker athletics.
Looking for health care that keeps you feeling your best? At Essentia Health, our team of primary care providers is here to listen and guide you on your path to wellness. From routine checkups and preventative screenings to managing chronic conditions, we've got you covered. With a focus on building relationships, we take the time to understand your unique health concerns. Visit our website at essentiahealth.org to schedule your appointment.
Roll-off containers from Haug Incorporated are perfect for any project. Don't let your project become bigger than you thought it'd be. Maybe you're in need of Haug's roll-off containers for your construction projects. Haug significantly reduces disposal costs often made by big, bulky trailers while doing the dirty job of taking the debris away for you. The big roll-off containers will handle your demolition, no problem. Call Haug Incorporated today for your roll-off containers. 218-847-7391.
Although it doesn't seem like it, the dog days of summer are fading. And while you're warm and toasty now, you will soon be chilled to the bone. Hey there, Scott Wenner here from Laney's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. And we don't want you to miss out on your furnace tune-up. The sooner you schedule your check-in service, the bigger the savings. Please call Laney's today, 218-847-1309. That's 218-847-1309. Or check us out on Facebook for our check-in service coupon. Thank you.
John here from Channy's 2 in Detroit Lakes, your trusted local auto shop for over 50 years. As the Lakers hit their athletic season, making sure your car is ready is a must. The Channy's 2 team is here to keep your vehicle performing at its best with honest, affordable, and reliable service. If you're heading to the arena or traveling out of town, the Channy's 2 team has your back for all your travels. Whether it's tires, brakes, engine repair, suspension alignment, or AC service, we're honored to serve you with reliable and expert car care. It's what we do at Channy's 2, 847-4252.
For 130 years, Ameriprise Financial has worked for their clients' futures, helping millions of Americans retire on their terms. Have Carrier and Barty, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, develop a customized plan for your retirement. Call me, Matt Carrier, or financial advisors Matt Hayden or Kelsey Barty at 218-847-2676 to learn more.
Office is located at 1135 Washington Avenue, Suite 103, Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. Not FDIC or NCUA insured. No financial institution guaranteed. May lose value. Investment advisory products and services are made available through Ameriprise Financial Services, LLC, a registered investment advisor.
Make the decision for Precision. Precision Printing. Their business is helping your business. Precision Printing is the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. For quality printing that won't break your budget, make the decision for Precision Printing. Creative sales pieces, flyers, brochures, letters, invoices, and more. Plus free pickup and delivery from the only locally owned printing company in Detroit Lakes. Make the decision for Precision. 847-3101 or visit them at 219 Front Street in Detroit Lakes.
And welcome back here to the Ken Freeman Arena. Our U-Motors intermission report continues. But first, let's get to our Sales Up Spotlight. It's brought to you by Detroit Lakes Schools. We're highlighting students that rise to the top and inspire others across all areas of school life. And let's meet this week's Sales Up Spotlight. Owen Anderson is our Sales Up Spotlight winner this week. Owen is an 11th grader at Detroit Lakes High School. He's part of the Alpine Ski Team, which is a co-op with Perham, Frazee, LPA, Hawley, and Moorhead with 25 racers this season. Owen has been a part of the ski team for 6 years. In the off-season, plays soccer and enjoys hunting. He's a natural leader. He's been an asset to the ski team. Recently went to a race camp in Colorado. Excellent student, maintains a 4.0 GPA. And he was nominated as team captain this season. He also coaches our developmental racers as well. So Owen Anderson, this week's Sales Up Spotlight. And if you want to nominate someone or an organization or group, you can go to our website, lakestv3.com, click on the Sales Up Spotlight image, and that'll take you to a quick and easy submission form, along with an area to upload your photos. lakestv3.com and submit the Sales Up Spotlight. It's brought to you by Detroit Lakes Schools. Let's get the second period just about underway. Intermission report again brought to you by U Motors. No score here after one period of play here between the Lakers and the Eagles of Fargo Davies. See if either side can break this game open. The Eagles had, I would say, the majority of the scoring chances, especially in the middle and later stages of that first period. Shots reflecting that, 9-8. Detroit Lakes, they came out really strong to begin the period, but it seemed like Fargo Davies settled in, and Lakers fortunately got some good play from Griffin Lindbergh, their goalkeeper. Keep this game scoreless. See if we can get some offense here this second period. We'll take a look at some other scores that were happening around the area tonight, but I got distracted on Twitter. I noticed that there's breaking news from the Minnesota Wild. The Minnesota Wild have made a trade, and this is verified from ESPN. Quinn Hughes has been traded to the Minnesota Wild. Of course, he's the superstar for Vancouver. The Wild gave up Zeev Buyam, Marco Rossi, Liam Ogren, and a first-round pick. So I'm still almost in shock at the trade that has happened in the NHL from our Minnesota Wild teams. So as we get this second period underway here in high school hockey, as the Lakers get this puck here, it's Bauer-Walter as it's turned over here by the Lakers, and Davies with a 2-on-1, one-timer and a save by Griffin Lindbergh as the Eagles keep it in the corner. Hudson Pettit backhands it off the boards. Now Easton Kennedy off the glass and out to neutral ice. Late offsides here. The Eagles will have to tag up. It's Hudson Pettit fans on a pass and a wraparound chance there for the Eagles. A save by Lindbergh. It's a costly turnover there by the Lakers. Now Henry Olsen in the offensive zone slides one on goal, and a puck sticked aside by Brecken Metcalf and out of play. This is that wraparound chance Lakers gave up moments ago. Turnover in their own zone, and just cannot turn the puck over in your own zone, especially against a good team like Davies.
No, because we saw it in the first period, even as you talked about, what's causing it. Well, when we turn it over, they were jumping on those loose pucks, and that was where they generated all their offense out of our mistakes in the D zone.
Icing here? No, it's waved off. So Lakers will have to pick up the puck in their defensive zone. And it's played out. Here's Carter Whitworth. Whitworth in the offensive zone, takes a shot, missed the net off the end boards. Played to Hank Schlotteroff. Justison gets taken out on the play, kind of incidental contact. Shot through traffic to the corner. Whitworth to the Charm. Now to Rhett Walter. A different look here on this line as the Eagles hit it out to neutral ice. It's played back in by Rhett Walter. As the Eagles will break it out. Played off the end boards by Riker Zimmerman for the Lakers in the corner. Battling, puck loose, back to the blue line. Pettit with a quick shot. Deflects wide to the corner. Eagles will play it off the boards and out of the zone. Reaching for it there was an Eagle player at the end of his shift as Bauer-Walter will follow to the ice, pick it back up, and then dump it in. No icing here. And a one-timer here off the end boards by Brody Bender and a save by Brecken Metcalf. Played in by Riker Zimmerman. Puck ends up behind the net. Bender trying to get to it. Now Bergeson gets to it for the Lakers. Now back to the blue line. Bauer-Walter rips a shot. Not sure if that got a piece of Metcalf or not. Meanwhile, the puck goes to far half boards. Lakers in the offensive zone. Third line. Keeping it in the zone here. Back to the blue line. Shot by Walter. Off the stick and wide. Now a chance in front. Zimmerman to the blue line for Walter. Feeling pressure. Curls and sends it in deep to the corner. Played now by the Lakers. As that's Bender. Slides one wide of the goal. Eagles there to pick it up and ice it all the way down. Good shift for that Brody Bender line. keeping that puck sustained in the offensive zone there.
And that's what you're looking for out of that line. Get that puck down below the goal line, keep it there. If you get some shots and you can generate them from low zone opportunities, that's all the better. You know, there's no point in forcing pucks up to those D players. Just keep that puck low in the zone and push as many shots into that crease as you possibly can.
Whitworth taking the draw, wins it to Kennedy. Glances wide. Another shot. Kennedy with a wrister, glove save by Brecken Metcalf. Another face-off here in the offensive zone. It'll be Kennedy to take the draw this time. Kennedy with 40 goals in his career, 48 assists, 3 goals, 3 assists this season. Face-off controlled by the Lakers. It's back to Will Simbulik. Backhanded to the corner. Simbulik battling in the wall along the boards. Lakers get a steal. Nice play by Simbulik, keeping possession. Slides it behind the net, trying to connect there with Whitworth. Gives it to Descharmes, back to Whitworth in the corner of the offensive zone. Cycle down to Simbulik. Physicality there by Simbulik. Lindstad picks it up now for the Eagles. Gets it to the blue line and out of the zone. Rhett Walter dumps it in. No icing here as he was across center ice. The Eagles one touch it. Stolen again. Lakers with a steal. Now Kennedy, bottom of the circles. Hard power turn back to the blue line for Rhett Walter. Walter with a shot. Deflected off the goalie and wide. Held in by Bauer Walter. Play it to the end wall. Simbulik gets checked. Kennedy and along the far boards. Kennedy behind the net. Near side, Henry Olsen. Fresh off the bench. Gets it to the top of the circles. Held in by Bauer Walter. Now Simbulik trying to feed it to Olsen in front. And then broken up by the Eagles and played out to neutral ice. Hudson Pettit regroups here at neutral, plays it off the boards. This is icing. No, they're going to wave it off. They say that the Eagles could have played it. And a chance in front of the goal! Lawson Justison scores the game's first goal, his second of the season. First of the game, Lakers up 1-0 with 12:18 to go in the second period.
You know, he caught him on a line change a little bit. That was a little half line by Davies getting out there. And as Lakers dumped that puck back in the zone, again, that was a judgment call on the official, and whether that's an icing or not. And I think they made the right call there, as he definitely had a chance to play that puck. And then with that little quick play out in front of the net, and Justison making sure he buried that puck, got his hands nice and low on that stick, did give the goaltender Metcalf a chance to set up and just release a nice quick shot into the back of the net, take the first goal. Lakers up 1-0 with 12 minutes remaining here in the second period.
Schlotteroff gets the assist on that Justison goal. We get a whistle behind the play, and I think it's a penalty. Penalty on the Lakers here. I don't know. The officials are going to have a conference.
No, I think it's an icing call.
Yep, right you are, Matt. Icing on the Lakers.
I was trying to reel back in the old floppy disk to see if I saw something back there, but I didn't see anything behind the play. There was no messing around, so I was quite certain that there was a long pass. They're going to talk about it because it looked to me like it got tipped at neutral ice. It redirected. I'm not sure who redirected it, but that's what they're talking about.
Face-off one, offensive zone here. Eagles with a shot that redirected wide. Schlotteroff, who had that assist on that Justison goal, to the corner. This is the line that scored 4 of the 5 goals last night, and here on the score sheet again here tonight. They're hot hands tonight.
One thing I like about this line is they're not out there very long. They go out there about 35 seconds, maybe 40 at the most. They're in, they're out. They generate as much as they can, and as we see some of these, that first line with Kennedy, Simbulik, and Whitworth, they had a nice long minute-and-a-half shift.
Turnover here by the Eagles, and a shot and a save by turnover by the Lakers, shot by the Eagles, a save by Lindberg. Another chance at it here, and the puck goes to the corner, and now it'll be icing against the Lakers here with 11:03 to go here in the second period. 1-0 Lakers leading, as that's a turnover here. Lost, I think it was Pettit who lost his footing and ended up losing the puck as well. And fortunately, Lakers get back, and Lindberg again making that save.
And like I said, the opportunistic Davies Eagles here jump on that puck and come down, and you got pretty excited there. I saw Lindbergh with his heels out, nice confident blocker save there. I wasn't.
You weren't worried.
I wasn't too worried.
This is icing here again on the Lakers. 10:55 to go, second period. Yeah, Griffin Lindbergh, 95% save percentage this season. That's big leagues. That's good. Good.
That's
really good.
And the key to that is we see him constantly above, in that above 90%. And that's what you're looking for. He's not going to end the season likely at 95%, but he's going to end that season that 90% range. And that's when you can look and say, hey, I can coach that because I know what I'm getting every night. And if I can keep teams under 30 shots on my goaltender, it's going to give us definitely a chance for victory. And so when he's sitting at that 95, that gives him a little groove to play with here. And like I said, I don't expect to see that hold till the end of the season, but he does such a nice job. He's so confident in his play that as a coaching staff, you can get confident right behind him and know that he's going to be a backstop in those types of situations.
35 career saves, 35 career games for Griffin Lindbergh. He's had a 91.2 save percentage. As we get a whistle, and I think we're going to have our first penalty of the night here, and it's going to be on Easton Kennedy cross-checking. Yeah.
He gave him a little extra there at the end of that play, and that's what those are the guys. This line is the line that they definitely, especially in the offensive zone, should not be taking penalties.
10:44 left here in the second period. Penalty on Easton Kennedy for cross-checking. So first penalty of the night. First chance to see the Eagles power play. As the Lakers notorious for a lot of pressure on the penalty kill. As the Lakers putting pressure on even in the offensive zone here, player short. Eagles breaking it out to the center ice, down to the offensive zone. And a turnover here by the Eagles. They're all sorts of discombobulated here. Coach giving it to the bench on the side as the Eagles will regroup here behind their net. Yeah, it's been a tougher second period here for Fargo Davies. They played pretty good in the first period,
but the Lakers again, they jumped out in that first period. We've seen I've seen an improved team from the first period on the Lakers side, and that's what you're looking for. You got to build it up. You got sometimes when things are tough like that in that first period, go in, regroup, come back, say, hey, we're not looking for perfection, but by the third period, we got to have this thing rolling. Don't dig yourself a hole. And for the Lakers, fortunately, they just worked their way out of it. Good hard work and stuff that won the back of the net, and it's coming out again. As you come out with that little improvement in the second period, you end up in the lead.
Now the Eagles on a power play, they haven't been able to get it in the offensive zone. Down to 30 seconds left on this power play. Such a strong penalty kill here for the Lakers, bringing so much pressure, not making it easy on their opponent, and this puck will vacate the zone, and the Eagles will have to tag up. Down to 15 seconds on the power play, close to being offsides. They come in onside. Pettit wipes out in the corner. The final 5 seconds now on the power play for Fargo Davies. Lakers back at full strength. No shots recorded on that power play for the Eagles. The Lakers coming offsides. We get a stoppage here with 8:36. Little extra pushing and shoving. Bauer Walter in the mix.
When you get up against a power play like that and you put that aggressive penalty kill on, you can basically run your standard D zone coverages as long as the guy that's the fifth man, the open man on that power play is the furthest guy from the goal. And once you can work those triangles and find those angles back and forth, you create that pressure, and then they're not getting any passes onto tape, and consequently no shots on net for a power play. Great penalty kill for the Lakers here in the second period.
I think what I like most about it is not like they're just rushing blindly. They're being strategic about when they are putting that pressure on.
It's all about those angles, and again, you can run your standard D zone as long as that power play shooter is the furthest one, because if he's that far away, he's not going to get that quick release, and then we go back to we go back to your best penalty killer as your goaltender, and then you rely on him to take those long shots and suck them in and create some and not allow any rebounds and things like that. And that's where you get messed up on those power plays on when you're aggressively killing a power play, and then you get a shot on net and there's a rebound and you can't get back to the front of the net because, like you said, running blind rush into guys and trying to take bodies out. It's not about the body, it's about the angle and those passing lanes, and the Lakers are doing a really nice job of that tonight. And have been all season, every kill we've seen.
Good penalty kill. Face-off won by the Lakers in the defensive zone. They'll wrap it around the boards. This will not be icing. They say the Eagles could have played it.
Yep, absolutely. Good call by the official there, or no call, if you will.
Tie up. This is that third line for the Lakers out there. They've put good pressure on. Check there by Riker Zimmerman. Eagles, though, break it out to neutral ice. Get it in the offensive zone. Dybert playing up from the defense position. Now the Lakers will win it back. Cross-ice pass. Zimmerman racing for the puck. Flips it to the end wall of the offensive zone where the Eagles will wrap it around the boards. And the Eagles will break it out. Actually, they'll just clear it out. Lakers take back possession. This will be no icing here. And another odd bounce. Chance for Zimmerman to get that puck as the goalie was out of position but couldn't catch up to it. And now the Eagles will outlet it out to neutral ice. Play here by Pettit. Oh, and he tried to connect there with Zimmerman. He's at the end of his shift. He's gassed. And he'll go for a line change. Zimmerman with a couple of good looks at it. But couldn't catch up. 6:52 to go here in the second period. 1-0, Detroit Lakes leading. Shots subjectively 15-13 in favor of the Lakers.
I got the Lakers 12 to 10 in the lead, taking back the lead in the shots
margins
category.
are right, though.
The margins are right.
Descharm in his defensive zone plays it off the end boards to Rhett Walter. Now Lawson Justison, he scored the lone goal tonight. Justison weaving his way, lost it at the blue line. Eagles bank it off the boards, held in by Detroit Lakes in the offensive zone. On the far wall, good outlet play here by the Eagles, 2-on-2 the other way. Shot through traffic, never made it on goal. Now Descharm finds it. Settles it down, cross-ice pass. Couldn't catch up. That was Schlotteroff reaching for that puck. And the Eagles will regroup. And they'll bring it into the offensive zone. 2-on-0 and a goal! Connor Peterson gets the goal after the long outlet pass from the defensive zone. Watch this pass. This is a long-distance pass from behind the net. And Connor Peterson gets it on his tape and buries it past Griffin Lindbergh, top shelf.
Well, both teams in the midst of a line change, and Peterson hangs out up there, and nice stretch passes that became popular here. You didn't see it a long time ago. Everybody was taking a look, but these guys wait out at neutral, and that long stretch pass pays off, and then he comes in with that 2-on-1, and Lindbergh has to pay attention to the other player as the defender blocked him off and allowed him to take the shot. And what a shot it was, as he flat beat Lindbergh on that shot. Not much he could do. He came out, he was aggressive on that, tried to block that shot, but a quick release on that wrist shot, and it looked like it beat him on blocker's side.
At top shelf. I didn't know if it was blocker or glove. Either way, it's a goal for the Eagles as the Lakers now tie hockey game here at 1. 5.5 to go. Fargo Davies finally finding the back of the net. They've had a tough time with Griffin Lindbergh, but find the back of the net, tied at 1. As we get a cover up here by Lindbergh. Defensive zone draw upcoming. Yeah, in the second period, too, it's a long change, and you can catch teams out of position when you're trying to change the opposing side. Offensive zone. Here's a chance for the Lakers to put some numbers together, but gets put to a stop at the blue line. Lakers do get it in the offensive zone here. A couple of Lakers. Carter Whitworth mauled behind the net. Play continues. Simbulik. Now behind the net. Whitworth, I should say. It's tied up. A younger Carter Whitworth would have took exception to that, but
well, I can see it bubbling. I can see it bubbling a little bit as the face mask is pushed up. You can kind of, as it gets up over the mouth a little bit, not as low down on the chin. So it's probably bubbling a little bit.
As he tangles in front of the net, now we get a whistle, and I think they might send both Simbulik and Dybert. We'll see. That's a hold on Dybert, and the Lakers are going to go on the power play.
Good to see the Laker power play. I think they're kind of holding on to each other there, so I think the Lakers got the benefit of the doubt on that one.
Now that's that is a hold. That's a good call. Mm-hmm. And he literally drug him down, tackled him. So, and that's Simbulik, with that speed. Dybert couldn't catch up to him in the corner, and it's a good call by the official. Dom Dybert, 2-minute minor for holding. 4:20 left here in the second period. As the Lakers power play. First time we're seeing the power play for Detroit Lakes. They like to set up kind of that umbrella where they get it back. Here's Olsen. Shot was blocked. Gets it back. And then play to the corner. Although they have been putting a point of emphasis on putting somebody in front, almost like 5 a dice power play. As we get puck that goes out of play. It was off the Eagles last.
And keep in mind that Simbulik Kennedy line had come off right before that, so we started that power play off for the first 30 seconds with a second set. Now we'll come back with that Laker first set power play and see what kind of creativity we can come up with now that you've seen how Davies is going to try to kill it.
Face-off controlled by the Lakers. Bauer Walter now to Easton Kennedy. Right side for Simbulik. Top of the slot there for Walter. Bottom of the circles. Back to Walter. Takes the shot. Missed the net. Smothered by Brecken Metcalf. And a cover-up here. 3:40 left here in the second period. 1-1 our score. Lakers have a power play for another minute 15. See a face-off to the right of Metcalf.
Once again, Lakers been winning face-offs more often than not. We'll see if it holds true on this power play.
And they do control the draw. Feeding it to the blue line. Simbulik down at the bottom of the circles. Kennedy back to Simbulik from the right circle. Cross-ice pass, Rhett Walter to Bauer Walter. Bauer pressured. Now to Kennedy in the corner. Kennedy, Simbulik, fanned on the shot. Kind of caught it on edge, the puck. Missed the net. Back to Simbulik. Bauer Walter's shot was blocked. Gives it to little brother Rhett. Left wing, now right side for Simbulik. Bottom of the circles. Kennedy works it in front and a shot. Save. Rebound. Steered aside. Held in by Bauer Walter. 22 seconds on the power play remains. Simbulik. Like he was going to gear up a shot. Instead dishes. Now he'll take the shot as the net is ajar. And we get a stoppage here with 2:38 left in the second. Tied at 1. Some passing by the Lakers around the perimeter. I'd like to see Easton Kennedy working it in front there, but
one thing they want to talk about it is Pettit down there, roughhousing. I think he's doing his job. He's trying to create some. Looks like Coach Noah's down talking to him right away. Hey, you just want to be careful on that. They're shucking and jiving back and forth, and the last thing you want to do is get called for something if the player goes down. Want to position yourself so you can score a goal when you're down there. You're not just trying to mix it up. Position yourself to score a goal instead of worrying about where that defender's positioned.
Charm. Final seconds of the power play. Eagles back at full strength. So Lakers able to generate one shot on goal. Power play. Eagles regrouping. Voller played off the glass, out to neutral ice. Eagles with numbers as they enter the zone. 3-on-2. Shot, toe save there by Lindbergh. Puck now to the far corner where Walter drops it for Descharme. Justison will play it behind his net to Rhett Walter. Dangerous pass in front, but goes out of the zone and out to neutral ice where Dybert will find it. Dom Dybert. Sit to Currents, out of the right wing. Wrist shot, blocker save by Lindbergh. And now we get a whistle and...
Hand pass.
Hand pass, yeah. Dybert. This is that save, I believe, by Griffin Lindbergh. And using the blocker. He taught the goalie position.
Did for
blocker, active blocker.
Active blocker. I like, I got a little different view. I didn't play between the pipes myself, so I've got a little different view on the goaltender position. But I like to see these guys being real aggressive, pushing that blocker, using it to their advantage, directing pucks in different directions. There's a quick shot on net, looked like.
Pettit with that shot.
Snuck through that traffic. Late reaction by the goaltender. And keep your goaltender on your feet as long as you can. These guys drop down so early, but good aggressive goaltending, punching with that blocker, things like that. The old waffle.
The waffle board. 1 minute remaining here in the second. Tied at 1. Be a fun third period. As Easton Kennedy gets a good rush here at the end. Kennedy takes a shot, save. Rebound goes to the corner, Simbulik. Kennedy just didn't have the angle, so he power turned and ended up getting a shot off. Testing the goalie, but making the save was Brecken Metcalf. Kennedy along the corner boards. Frees it himself up, gives a Pettit. Redirect, that goes a different angle than what Metcalf was expecting as this puck has cleared the length. This is icing against the Eagles. Here was 16.8 left in the second period.
Yeah, Metcalf went to slide to his blocker side, and that puck must have skate maybe and cut back to his glove. And fortunately for him, it just kind of rolled right past through that crease.
Carter Whitworth to take the draw here in the late stages of the second period. Again, 1-1 our score. Tap forward by Whitworth. Gloved now by the Eagles. It's played to the corner. 10 seconds left. Scrum along the board. Simbulik comes away with it. Back to Pettit. Now back to Simbulik. Tied up by the Eagles, and that's how we'll end the second period. So after 2 periods of play on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard, we're tied at 1 as both teams will go to the locker rooms, get rested up. Be back with our U-Motors intermission report after this. Again, 1-1 our score with the Eagles and the Lakers here in boys hockey.
Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here from Strive Chiropractic. Say, you may have heard that we take a very different approach when it comes to chiropractic care and health care in general, and that's because we focus on the overall health of the body, looking at how everyday stress affects our nervous system. Your nervous system controls and regulates everything in your body, and chiropractic care at Strive can make a huge difference in your child's school year, their performance, their health, and their overall well-being. Call today to get your family on the road to feeling and functioning their best.
Saving energy and money go hand in hand, and Detroit Lakes Public Utilities is here to help you do both. Their Bright Energy Solutions program offers cash rebates on energy-efficient products that can help make your home more comfortable, reduce energy costs, and protect the environment, all while saving you money. From Energy Star appliance upgrades to advanced heating and cooling systems, there's plenty of opportunities to make a meaningful change in 2025. Learn all the ways you can save this year by contacting Detroit Lakes Public Utilities or visit BrightEnergySolutions.com.
When the snow flies, your golf game doesn't have to go into hibernation. Swing into the 19th hole simulator at Forest Hills Resort, your warm, cozy escape all holiday season long. Keep your swing sharp on some of the best courses in the country, all without leaving town. Bring friends, hang out over holiday breaks, and make it a tradition. And grab Black Diamond at Forest Hills Christmas gift cards, the perfect gift for the golfer in your life. So tee up good times this winter at the Forest Hills Resort 19th hole simulator.
Welcome to Muscatel GMC in Detroit Lakes. Ask about rebates and incentives available now. GMC, dedicated to American ingenuity. Looking for roomy comfort and convenience? Designed for serious capability. Muscatels, built on trust.
Ready to crush your fitness goals? Snap Fitness Detroit Lakes has your back with 24/7 access, high-quality strength and cardio equipment, top-tier functional training, and a supportive community. And don't miss their group classes led by Coach Carly. She brings the motivation you need to every workout. Join him at 1315 Highway 10 West or call 218-844-3822. That's 844-3822. Call today. Snap Fitness Detroit Lakes. Move your body, fuel your mood. A proud supporter of Laker Athletics.
Looking for trusted appliances with hometown service? D&D Repair and Appliance is your full-service, family-owned appliance store, proudly serving the Lakes region for over 35 years. They carry KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, Amana, brands you know and trust. Plus, they offer delivery and installation so you can shop local and get it delivered right to your home. Visit them at 1050 Highway 59 South, because when you choose D&D Repair and Appliance, now you're talking value.
Life isn't perfect, but that doesn't mean we can't make it better for the people we care about. At Weber Family Motors, that's our family and our team, and also the customers who have been shopping with us since 2007. That's why we've made our Pro-Certified Unlimited Mile program complimentary for every eligible new and pre-owned vehicle. So you get one less thing to worry about. Visit our showroom on Highway 10 West next to Menards or browse online at WeberFamilyMotors.com. Weber Pro Certified. Drive home.
Checking in with Jim at J&K Marine. Jim, tell me about this no-hassle membership I've been hearing about.
Well, Joel, it's the easiest way to take care of your boat. One membership, and J&K Marine handles all service calls, pickups, deliveries, winterization, storage, and even oil changes.
So I don't have to mess with any of that stuff.
Exactly. Plus, members get 20% off parts and accessories. It's customer service simplified.
Sounds like working with the pros.
That's J&K Marine, where you need us, when you need us.
Call today and make lake life hassle-free.
And welcome back. It's time now for our U-Motors intermission report. Detroit Lakes and Fargo Davies tied at 1 here in boys hockey. Lakers with the first goal of the second period, the first goal of the game. It was scored by Lawson Justison. Came with 12:10 left. Hank Schlotteroff on the assist. Again, it was a dump in by the Lakers. The officials waved off the icing. Lakers get to it first behind the net, and puck was passed out in front by Schlotteroff, and the puck sitting on a tee there for Lawson Justison, who scores the game's first goal.
It's a nice quick pass after the miscommunication, or we weren't sure on the icing and whatnot, but it's a good lesson. He never quit on that play, and Schlotteroff just picks up that puck, feeds it quickly to the front, and again, Justison not messing with it, catches, releases, good quick release, catches Metcalf back in the goal a little bit, and puts the Lakers up 1-0.
Justison, that's his second goal of the season, 8th goal in his career. For Hank Schlotteroff, that's his third assist of the season. Moments later, the Lakers were a player short. Cross-checking call on Easton Kennedy with 10:44 left in the second. The Eagles did not cash in. I don't even know if they recorded a shot on that power play that they had. Good penalty kill by the Lakers. But the Eagles did score with 6 minutes left. Connor Peterson scored the equalizer for Fargo Davies. 6 minutes left in the second period. Lakers situation where it was a 2-on-0, and Peterson able to beat Griffin Lindbergh. And in that situation, you're a goalie. You got to account for the other guy, other winger breaking towards the goal, and at the time the shooter just took the shot and gets the goal.
And credit to the defense. We had a nice gap on the defense. Kept them within bay on the 2-on-1 until they were forced to take, or not forced to take that shot, until they decided to take that shot from the wide side, as the defender kind of sucked towards the passer a little bit, allowing him to take that shot on the goaltender. And I would take that. I would take that chance 9 times out of 10 with Griffin Lindbergh in that situation, especially if he's going to opt to take that shot from the top of the circle like he did. But what a heck of a nice wrist shot. Snapped it by and just flat beat the goaltender. So all the credit to the shooter on that first goal by Fargo Davies.
The Eagles did get called for a penalty. Dom Dybert called for holding. 4:20 left in the second period. Lakers unable to get a power play goal. And that's where we're at. 1-1 our score after 2 periods. Matt, what do you got for shots through 2 periods.
I've got us Detroit Lakes leading 15-13.
Lakers with a slight edge in the shots department. Yeah, it hasn't been a shooting gallery out there.
I think there was a discrepancy in that first period a little bit with the shots, and then the second period they were spot on. I think we ended up in the same spot. So,
okay.
But there hasn't been a ton of shots. The pucks have been bouncing around a little bit. The passing hasn't been real crisp. Both teams have been pretty opportunistic on just mistakes being made or fumbled pucks by the opponent and getting those shots on net. But a nice patient play by Kennedy down towards the end of the period where he made that tight power turn down the corner and then worked his way out instead of just throwing a puck towards the net, generated himself a good scoring opportunity there. So there's been times that we've seen those plays develop, but nothing, it's all been kind of individual efforts on that stuff.
See what the third period has in store. We'll take another break, and we'll be back with third period action next. We'll also take a look at some other games that are happening tonight in high school hockey as our U-Motors intermission report continues after this. 1-1 our score here on KDLM streaming on
TV3 is your home for great local programming. We give a voice to our local communities. You can watch on Arvik Cable, on our website, YouTube, and Facebook page.
Layton Media offers a radio corral of 26 stations, including Real Country 102, Wave 104.1, Today's Best Music, Lakes 99.5, Classic Hits, KJ Country 96.5, and KDLM. Follow on social media and stream your favorite Layton Media radio station wherever you are with the Lakes Area Radio app.
Looking for health care that keeps you feeling your best? At Essentia Health, our team of primary care providers is here to listen and guide you on your path to wellness. From routine checkups and preventative screenings to managing chronic conditions, we've got you covered. With a focus on building relationships, we take the time to understand your unique health concerns. Visit our website at essentiahealth.org to schedule your appointment.
The King is calling. Burger King of Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids is hiring for all shifts now. Whether you're looking for some supplemental income or a career opportunity, Burger King offers starting wages up to $15 an hour, and health insurance is available for full-time employees. Plus, paid training with advancement opportunities, flexible hours, free uniforms, and meal discounts. Starting up to $15 an hour, The King is calling. Burger King, Detroit Lakes and Pelican Rapids.
Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here from Strive Chiropractic. Say, you may have heard that we take a very different approach when it comes to chiropractic care and health care in general, and that's because we focus on the overall health of the body, looking at how everyday stress affects our nervous system. Your nervous system controls and regulates everything in your body, and chiropractic care at Strive can make a huge difference in your child's school year, their performance, their health, and their overall well-being. Call today to get your family on the road to feeling and functioning their best.
Detroit Lakes High School is giving students new opportunities to get out of class and get hands-on learning and experience. The Youth Skills Training Program at DLHS encourages, promotes, and supports the development of local partnerships between schools, employers, and community organizations. Students can choose from plant science and greenhouse management, advanced manufacturing, and the Certified Nursing Assistant Program. For more information, call Vern Schnathorst, 218-849-6110. Academies of Detroit Lakes. My future, my course.
Jeff's Muffler and Auto Repair on 8th Street in Detroit Lakes is your all-around auto repair. Jeff services fifth wheel hitches, 4 and 5-inch diesel exhausts, gooseneck hitches, brakes, shocks and struts, custom dual exhausts, and mufflers. Jeff's work is fully guaranteed and is now a 3-family member business. Call for an appointment today, 846-9318. Jeff's Muffler and Auto Repair in Detroit Lakes, 846-9318.
Pirates with numbers if they want. 2-on-1 for Crookston developing. Good poke check there by Shornack. And a nice move. Breakaway for the Pirates, but a save by Peyton Solberg. That turnover again and a save by Solberg. But lost 4-2 in the championship. Here's Aurora Jabas on a break and scores! Aurora Jabas 2-on-1 for the Pirates, and a shot and a save. Solberg with a big save. Aurora Jabas with a chance on a breakaway and scores! And that's exactly what they did, but saved by Abrams. Another chance and a goal! Detroit Lakes Pirates come away with it, centering feet in front, behind Shornack. Another wrister and a save by Solberg. Cleared by the Pirates, and a chance here for Crookston. Hershey with a chance, and a save by Solberg. Drop pass, shot, blocker saved by Solberg. Takes trying to generate some offense. Aurora Jabas out there. Over the blue line, scores! Aurora Jabas with the goal! And we welcome those that are watching on Lakes TV3 YouTube and also listening to us on KDLM. Appreciate you joining us here tonight for this hockey game. The Lakers looking for their 4th win in a row. Started the season off 0-2 and answered back with 3 straight wins. As I'm still shocked, Matt. If you didn't know, the Minnesota Wild, they made a trade, and they traded Marco Rossi, Z Boyum, Liam Olgrum, a first-round pick for Quinn Hughes.
You can't argue.
Vancouver Canucks.
You can't argue, obviously, the biggest trade of the season, but that might be, Charlie, I don't know if I'm overstating it. It could be the biggest trade in NHL history. I mean, you could try to figure out another one, especially in the modern cap era. We take modern cap into consideration. I can't think of Eichel to Vegas. Dougie Gilmour when he was traded, was that 92? Dougie Gilmour to Toronto.
I mean, it's just.
I mean, you could mention the Gretzky, but that was a sale, not a trade. You know, I mean, I can't think of a bigger trade. That's huge.
It will be
That's
fun.
huge.
It will be fun to watch Kaprizov
trade.
and Quinn Hughes. I mean, that will be a fun line to watch if that's the way it ends up. But that's a lot. Z Boyum, I thought he looked really good as a young defenseman, only 18 years old, and we just re-signed Marco Rossi to a 3-year extension.
Right, it's massive.
Liam Olgrum has kind of been battling between minors and the NHL, and then a first-round pick. I mean, it's not the same as
we're sure
the
this
NFL.
isn't fake news.
It's verified.
It's verified.
Can't believe it. So that's the NHL news of the night. Minnesota Wild making some noise, and they've been playing really well too. So that's why it's a bit surprising. But you need
Billy G making it happen over there.
You need the firepower, especially in the Western Conference, with looking up at Colorado and Dallas here as we get this third period underway here in high school hockey. Detroit Lakes and Fargo Davies tied at 1. As the Lakers have a defensive zone draw after the Eagles brought it in, got a good shot on net. Easton Kennedy line out for the Lakers as the Eagles will play to the corner. Hudson Pettit. It's tied up. Kennedy's there to pick it up. Easton going to take it himself. Boy, he's got some speed, doesn't he? Just unable to keep it in the get it in the offensive zone. It's dumped in, though, by Carter Whitworth. No look to the blue line by the Eagles, picked up by Bauer. Walter through traffic, and a save by Brecken Metcalf. And we'll get a cover up here. 16:15 to go here in the third period. We'll take a look at that replay. The Eagles turning the puck over. Just that no look, try to clear off the boards. It just never works at the high school level. And Lakers get a shot on net.
Well, I like the fact that we've been seeing it both games we've called good quick shots. We're not overhandling it. We're not trying to get ourselves into a better position. Let's get that quick release shot, get a shot on net, and at least get the party started down in the zone there.
Offsides called on the Eagles. Lakers off this weekend, but they'll be back in action on Tuesday. They'll be at Alexandria. That's part of a girls and boys doubleheader. Laker girls hockey team losing last night. They're playing tonight at Thief River. It was a fun hockey game to call last night. Lakers lost to Crookston, but it went into overtime. And the pace, I mean, the Lakers in the overtime period, they controlled the puck. It's just one of those rushes, it goes the other way, and
we're seeing
Lakers.
Seeing this Laker girls team take some leaps and bounds here the last couple of seasons, and we discussed off the air the U15 program bubbling down there, so they're going to start to reload in that program a little bit. And like you said, the pace of the game, I checked out the towards the end there and saw and checked the overtime out a little bit. But boy, they're playing good hockey, good puck movement, and really hustling around the rink. Fun to watch.
Lakers in the defensive zone. Schlotteroff feeds it to Rhett Walter, feeling pressure, moves it to the near side wall. Walter, just a freshman for this Laker team out there playing on a varsity time. We get a scrum behind the net. That's the near side wall. Eagles play it back to the blue line. Out of the end boards, the Charm ties up. Lawson Justison, who scored the lone goal for the Lakers, played it off the boards, not out. Now try it again, and again held in by the Eagles as they'll dump to the corner.
Able to hold the puck in, but they're not generating any offense out of it.
Now Justison will take it himself, skates through neutral ice, drags it past the defender. It's upended by Duncan Metcalf. Wrapped around the boards by the Eagles, held in by the Lakers' Hudson Pettit. Clearance to the far half boards. Cullen Olsen lost it. And one back here now. Riker Zimmerman for the Lakers has it. Zimmerman played in by Bergeson. Back to Walter. And a shot and a save. There was a rebound there for Brody Bender, but too hot to handle there. So he's sitting on the back door. Now flipped into the ceiling here at the Kent, and we'll get a stoppage here with 14:09 to go in the third, tied at 1.
That talking about freshmen out on the rink, and when especially in the D zone as defender, you got to play really smart hockey as you're just starting to build into your body a little bit there, and it gets physical down there. So good smart hockey and a good opportunity as a freshman to be starting in a varsity lineup for the young man.
Eagles in the offensive zone. Instat to the corner. Tie up. Pettit has it against the boards. Loose for Simbulik. Played back to Walter. Cleared out to neutral by the Lakers. Now Easton Kennedy in the offensive zone. Takes it wide. Shot missed off the end board. Simbulik on his backhand. Feeling pressure. Curls. Played by Whitworth. Kind of poked it along. Now it's Dybert out to neutral ice. Backhand broken up briefly. Now Currents will have it. He'll duck under a check by Simbulik. Then a shot taken. Saved by Lindbergh, and now played out by Kennedy. Kennedy drops it for Simbulik. Cross ice. One-timer by Whitworth. And a save by Brecken Metcalf. Good tee up there by Simbulik, finding Carter Whitworth. Saved by Brecken Metcalf.
Speaking of young defensemen, young Emmerich Netland trying to keep up with Simbulik as he cut across. He had him hooked up a little bit, and then Simbulik bolted back across. But Emmerich Netland got some red and white blood. Laker father's a Laker alum, former Laker goaltender, I believe.
It's a familiar name as well in the area where I come from. As it's flipped out to neutral ice, kicked by Descharmes. Off the boards, turned over by the Lakers. Back into the offensive zone, retreating as Walter. Knifed at there by Schlotteroff. This is no icing. It's picked up by the Eagles. One touch out of the zone and turned over.
Well, miscommunication. And that's the little things right there, that little miscommunication. Both guys going for the puck instead of one jetting away, and they would have been an easy one touch back to him. But just a little miscommunications by Davies, and a little bit on both teams. The Lakers have had a lot less of the unforced errors than Davies tonight, but those have been the little things that have, like I said, caused that sloppy hockey.
It's been an interesting game. Started out sloppy. Thought the second period was better. It's kind of back to that sloppiness here in the third. And sometimes we see that with two very evenly matched teams, Matt.
Yeah, because everybody, you're trying to figure out the, again, we talked about the physicality and trying to get the bodies on guys, but there hasn't been a lot of that either because of just odd angles and where the pucks have been bounding. Just hasn't been a lot of opportunity for it.
Kept alive here by Lindbergh. Knocks it out of his glove, leaves it for Bauer Walter, who's got a head of steam. Walter navigating through a couple of defenders, weaving his way through neutral ice. To the corner it goes. Bergeson picks it up off the bounce. Now Bergeson near side. Kennedy, shot, side of the net. It's it back on his tape. Harassed by Dybert. Now Rhett Walter with it. Into traffic. Now picked up by Simblick. Back to Rhett. Rhett's shot, save. Rebound was given up, and then it's cleared the length by the Eagles, and we'll have an offensive zone draw with 10:54 left in the third, tied at 1.
Good quick release, a good pretty heavy shot there coming off the wrist of the young man there, number 5. Rhett Walter taking that snapshot. He's got his head up and putting a good shot on, forced that rebound out, leaving now he's got to get a little traffic there to put that thing away.
Face-off won by the Eagles in their defensive zone. Set up the breakout. Get as far as the center line, then it's broken up, then dumped in by the Eagles. Rhett Walter, near side corner, gives to Max Descharme. Head for Whitworth, stolen by the Eagles, dumped back in deep. Gloved by Lindbergh, and a stoppage with 10:33 left in the third, tied at 1.
And off that half board, there's a play where the defenseman got that puck to Whitworth, and then it wasn't so much stolen as he kind of pushed it through. Kind of a hope that there was a centerman swinging through there, and there wasn't, and that allowed Davies to keep that puck in the zone.
Face off to the left of Lindbergh, controlled by the Lakers, and sent the length. This will be icing. Some other games happening tonight in Section 8A. Warroad takes on Monomedi. That's a big top 10 matchup. 5 versus 7. East Grand Forks taking on Orono. Crookston versus Mayville. Bagley Foston versus Moose Lake, and Kitson County Central versus Lake of the Woods. Keeping our eye on East Grand Forks, that's who we'll match up with next Saturday here at the Kent. Lakers beating Thief River, so that helps already looking at playoffs. Into the corner it goes. The net is loose. Stop here with 10:05 left in the third. 1-1 score. And it is nice, to have Fargo so close. You get some of these games in just 45 minutes down the road, and you have some pretty good quality opponents, but facing off against this Fargo Davies team, it's very equal matchup here tonight. Saw Fargo Shanley earlier, lost to them 2-0, and the Lakers lost in the season opener to Grand Forks Central. I believe this is our last. No, there's one more Fargo game on our schedule. I believe we have West Fargo Cheyenne coming up.
Okay. I just checked. I see Warroad's up 2-1 on Monomedi is the latest I've got on that game.
That game is in Warroad tonight, Matt?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
We've seen that Monomedi program picking up pace the last few years.
The Zephyrs. There's a cover up by Lindbergh. 9:26 left here in the third. Face off to the right of Lindbergh. Just kind of throw pucks at net and jam away at it. That's what we're seeing here from the Eagles. Doesn't have to be pretty.
No, that Warroad game is in Monomedi, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
That shows on here. I'm just looking up here. St. Croix Valley Rec Center.
Warroad going on the road. We have another game down south. Shot. Easy save here by Lindbergh. Stoppage here with 9:13 left in the third period. Easier saves tonight for Griffin Lindbergh. But not sure if Coach Noah is liking the presence that the Eagles have right now in the offensive zone. It's been tilted. Laker defensive zone here in the last few minutes. You got to think that sooner or later they're going to cash in.
Yeah, they've been spending a lot of time down there.
Another save by Lindbergh. Continuing to pepper Griffin Lindbergh. Now the shot's climbing, 26-23 in favor of the Eagles. We're nearing the halfway point of this period. Glove save there by Lindbergh as we'll get a Face-off to the right of Griff. As they'll kick Brody Bender out of that face-off dot. And the face-off won by the Eagles. Shot off of a stick. Rebound. Oh, and a save by Lindbergh. And still the whistle not blown. Now it finally is. And somehow that puck did not get in the net. Lindbergh extended, kept that right leg from moving, and that puck just continuing to be jammed away out there by the Eagles.
And the initial shot comes in and kind of gets deflected, and he's got to make a difficult save, number one, and then lays that pad flat down on the ice and make sure that's an overall leg strength there to make sure that they can't jam it away. And Lakers got to start clearing some bodies out there, not allow those players to keep jamming away like that.
They're going to call icing here on the Lakers, so we'll have a defensive zone draw. Another defensive zone draw here for the Lakers, as it'll be Whitworth to take the draw. And off the glass and out of the zone, and now picked up by Dybert in his own zone and dumped back in by the Eagles. Bauer Walter. Shot was broken up. Oh, nice block there by Walter again. Couple of shot blocks. Kennedy settles the puck down. Now looks to maneuver it out. Left it behind for a moment, but is able to slash it back out to neutral ice. Dumped back in by the Eagles. 7:56 to go, third period. And whistle, and
that's off.
Net is off again.
I think that came off with Davies' player swinging around the back of the net, just kind of bumped into it as he tried to cut up short.
I'm going to say it's a defensive zone draw, so official said it was knocked off by the Lakers. It's been a while since the Lakers have had a shot on goal here. Eagles controlling the puck. Just takes one good rush. Laid in by the Eagles, scooped by Olsen, flipped off the boards, and the Eagles will retreat and pick it up in their own zone. Davies gets it to neutral ice, dumped back in by Olsen to laid off sides. They'll tag back up the Lakers, then played in by Davies. Ooh, that's a two-hand slash. That's going to draw a penalty. That was unnecessary. Rhett Walters going to go to the box. 2-minute minor for slashing. Sure.
The big hustle by Connor Peterson. Boy, did he put the take off and good hard strides in there to win that, attempt to win that race. And Walter just gave him a turnaround and gave him a whack. And I don't think he felt that pressure coming on so quickly, but that's good hustle by Connor Peterson, not only to win that race the puck, but to draw that penalty.
Well, the Eagles power play. There's their first shot on the power play here tonight, and a save by Griffin Lindbergh. And now the Lakers shorthanded. Easton Kennedy works his way in the offensive zone. Chance bounce off the end boards for Will Simblick, but couldn't find it. And that's offsides on the Eagles. We're going to stop it here with 6:50 left. Here's that scoring chance. Easton Kennedy showing that speed, cut back towards the slot. Missed the shot off the end boards, though, a lively bounce, and Will Simblick fanned on his chance at it. We're going to neutralize faceoff.
Had a stick down on the ice where it was supposed to be and everything, but puck went bouncing past him, and just unfortunate for Simblick, but right place, had himself in the right place, and good hard shot by Kennedy. Good hustle to get that shot off and create a little offense while you're shorthanded.
Eagles offensive zone. Power play for another minute 22. Rhett Walter in the box for slashing. Eagles moving around the perimeter. Stolen numbers here as it's Lawson Justison with Olsen. Justison takes a shot. That puck glanced off the padding of Metcalf. Big save. Another chance shorthanded for the Lakers. Lawson Justison looking for number 2. Looking for potentially the game winner at this point. Here's a shot and a save by Lindbergh. And Another shot, this time through traffic. Save again by Lindbergh. Fanning on the clearing attempt there was Olsen. Kept in by the Eagles. Play to the near circle. One touch and a save by Lindbergh. Nice play by Fargo Davies. Good passing, but Lindbergh making the save to keep this game tied at 1. Well, tic-tac-toe passing, one-touch pass, one-timer, and thrown towards the net, and Lindbergh making the save.
And then they're following it with some traffic. So Detroit Lakes the defenders got to get their head on a swivel and make sure that you're getting bodies in between the men in that goal, so they don't get any cheap ones there down low.
Face-off won by the Eagles. 30 seconds left on the power play. 5:42 to go in the regulation. Eagles played along the far wing. That's Gigstad. Back to the blue line. Broken up by Simbulik. He'll glove it down at neutral ice. Gets into the offensive zone. He's got EK with him. Broken up there. Big check by Peterson. And now the numbers the other way for the Eagles. But a good poke check by Bauer-Walter right at the blue line. That'll slow the pace. Eagles down to 5 seconds on the power play. Shot from the top of the circles. Blockered by Lindbergh as the Lakers are back at full strength. Here's Simbulik with Walter. Simbulik lost the puck. Picked up now by the Eagles at neutral ice. Big check there by Whitworth. Laying the lumber at neutral ice, and now Simbulik on the receiving end of a hit. Kennedy kind of getting that leg out there. Play continues here as the Lakers now get it by Carter Whitworth. He'll lose it, and it's played to the corner by Davies. A big check here by Hudson Pettit in the corner. He's more physical. After that penalty kill by the Lakers, now the Eagles driving in the offensive zone again. Tie up along the near side boards. Puck is loose here. Riker Zimmerman racing for it. Eagles get it back and they'll ice it. Stoppage here with 4:15 left here in the third period. Tied at 1. Here's that big hit. Carter Whitworth dishing out some punishment here at neutral ice. That's a good center ice hit. And the Lakers will have an offensive zone draw here with 4:15 left in the third, tied at 1.
And that's that Connor Peterson. He was out there for about a minute and a half, and he was all, wherever that puck was, he was on it. And then he got put on the seat of the pants right at the neutral ice there, but he was all over the rink on that shift.
Bouncing puck settled by Descharmes at the blue line into traffic. Picked up now by Schlotteroff. He'll turn and fire a shot that glances off of a skate. And the Eagles will get it out. No, held in. And a chance now for Schlotteroff again. And he shoots and a save. Another chance. Rebound is there. Justison throws it towards the front. A bouncing puck to the near side wall. This is that second line that scored the lone goal for the Lakers. And they're keeping it in the offensive zone here. Big hit by Schlotteroff along the far half boards. Now the Eagles will break it out. 3:28 to go in the third. Eagles will dump it in. Descharmes plays it to Rhett Walter. Back to Descharmes in the corner of the defensive zone. Lakers looking to break it out. Kennedy will come in and help his defense. Pressure by the Eagles. Walter flips it along the boards out to neutral ice. Sent back in. Not very far there by Davies. Now they'll get it into the zone, carrying it in the zone. Big hit again by Carter Whitworth. Whitworth dishing out punishment left and right here as the Eagles tied up along the far boards. Walter off the glass, not out, held in. Again, Walter trying to clear. Whitworth gets it out to Kennedy. Eagles get it back. 2:37 left here in the third, tied at 1. Eagles, Duncan Metcalf gives it off the end boards to Netland. Netland to the near side wing for Glur. Glur from neutral ice sends one on goal. Bouncing puck settled by Bauer-Walter. Backhands it to Hudson Pettit. The assistant captain tries to clear. It's knocked down by the Eagles from the right circle. Shot missed the net. The near side wing. Lakers again get it out to neutral ice. Back in it goes for the Eagles. To the near side wing. Pinching at the blue line is Dybert. It's a delayed offside. Minute 55 left here in the third. Lakers lose it at neutral. And it's dumped back in by Fargo Davies. Lindbergh out of his net, backhands it, near side boards. Zimmerman ahead for Bergeson. Bergeson working his way, shot on net and a save. Saved by Metcalf, third line out there for the Lakers. Front, one-timer, Pettit, shot blocked. Eagles break it out. Minute 24 left here in the third. Eagles will get it in the offensive zone. Lakers looking to break it out themselves. Walter, one touches it to Bender, back to Bergeson, into traffic. Now dumped in by Bender. Oh, and they're going to say icing here on the Lakers. Minute 6 left here in the third. Tied at 1. Face-off will be to the left of goaltender Lindbergh. Interesting here. Lakers will bring that top line out, and they'll have the second defensive pairing with Descharme and Rhett Walter, and we get a timeout taken by Detroit Lakes. Timeout brought to you by U Motors. As we near the finish line, Matt, Lakers calling a timeout.
Yeah, again with the timeouts, we haven't seen much in ways of threat here off of the draws. We're winning draws. We know what to do with it in the D zone. I guess maybe you want to give these guys, and when they were Whitworth and Simblick were already off the ice. Kennedy had just gotten out, so they should have fresh wheels going, but a little rest and a quick water, and hey, let's make sure we tie up all our guys. We've been seeing it all night. I think I saw Coach Miller and Coach Noah talk right before he called that timeout. Miller must have seen something on the video to show the lineup. Here's how they're lining up. Maybe it's something that they haven't seen yet. So they want to make sure they got everything covered, not give up something easy off a face-off play here in the third period. On the other hand, hey, I think we are starting to move that puck a little bit into the zone there in that last couple shifts. Let's run with it, and if we need that timeout later, we can take it. But right now, we got that timeout going, and maybe that halted as Davies was having a little momentum building there a little bit.
It's been an interesting hockey game. Hard to kind of pin down a theme in this game. It's just been...
Well, and I think we talked about it as we were kind of sloppy in the first. The second was better. The third kind of was back and forth a little bit. But the second half of this third period has been good, fast-paced hockey. The pucks, it still isn't real crisp passing and things, but maybe that's just what this game's going to bring with these two teams battling it out. But the pace is certainly quickened. The bodies are flying around a little bit. This second half of this third period, I'm going to say it's good hockey out there right now.
Here we go. 66 seconds left in regulation. If we need it, overtime. Face-off to the left of Lindbergh. Kennedy to take the draw. Face-off won by the Eagles. Slap shot from the blue line. Never made it on goal. Pettit off the boards. Held in by the Eagles. Bouncing puck goes off the end boards. Lindstad trying to play it in front. Now it's played by Kennedy in the corner. Feeling pressure. Curls back behind his net. Cycles it to Pettit. Waits for it. Gives it off to Whitworth. Loose at neutral. Whitworth reaches for it. Lost his stick in the process. Simblick there to pick it up, making sure everybody's on side as he navigates his way in. Shot went up high on the goalie, and he didn't know where it was at. The puck was sitting there in front of Metcalf, and chance there for the Lakers. That was all set up by Will Simblick.
Hey, Simblick buys his time to make sure he's on side, then ends up in a 1-on-5 situation, takes a quick snapshot, and it gets kind of tied up in the goaltender's padding above his blocker, and he wasn't sure where it went.
32 seconds left here in the third period. Simblick behind the net, trying to pass it in front, looking for Whitworth. Couldn't connect as it clears the zone. Picked up by Walter in his own zone. Bauer off the boards, off of the line, the official as well. Eagles have to wait as they get back on side. 10 seconds left here in regulation. Pettit near sideboards, cross ice pass, trying to connect there with Whitworth. 4 left on the clock as the Eagles will take it back. That's offsides with 1 second left. We'll see if they put it back up. There was 1 second when the official blew the whistle, but I mean, at this point, might as well just go to overtime, right?
Yeah, why not? Extra hockey.
More hockey.
More hockey.
More hockey coming your way next. Again, after 3 periods on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard, we're tied at 1. Overtime coming your way next here on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Lakes TV 3.
Don't
Looking for health care that keeps you feeling your best? At Essentia Health, our team of primary care providers is here to listen and guide you on your path to wellness. From routine checkups and preventative screenings to managing chronic conditions, we've got you covered. With a focus on building relationships, we take the time to understand your unique health concerns. Visit our website at essentiahealth.org to schedule your appointment.
Hey everyone, Dr. Chris here from Strive Chiropractic. Say, you may have heard that we take a very different approach when it comes to chiropractic care and health care in general, and that's because we focus on the overall health of the body, looking at how everyday stress affects our nervous system. Your nervous system controls and regulates everything in your body, and chiropractic care at Strive can make a huge difference in your child's school year, their performance, their health, and their overall well-being. Call today to get your family on the road to feeling and functioning their best.
Welcome back here to the Ken Freeman Arena. Overtime. 8 minutes of overtime play. If we get a goal, that's sudden death. And if we don't have a goal in 8 minutes, then it's a tie. So Lakers, just a quick reset in this hockey game. No score in the after one period, and then in the second period, the Lakers jumped out, 1-0 lead with Lawson Justison scoring the goal, Hank Schlotteroff on the assist, and then the Eagles tied it up with 6 minutes left in the second period. Connor Peterson with the goal, and that's where we're at, 1-1 as we begin overtime. We switch sides, so the Lakers will go from right to left, the Eagles will go from left to right, so it's a long change for both teams. As the Lakers leave it here at neutral ice. Now it's picked up by the Eagles, shot from neutral ice, and a save there by Lindberg. As the Lakers regroup, Pettit. Pass was behind, a turnover here, and a save by Lindberg. Oh, Griffin Lindberg keeping this Laker team alive. Now Easton Kennedy in the offensive zone. He gets tripped, and a penalty on the Eagles here with 7:22 left. Overtime, we're going to get a power play for the Lakers. Here's that was that scoring chance by the Eagles, and then here's that tripping penalty. It's a tough call. I mean, it's a tough play. The diver definitely got his stick in between the legs, so it's a penalty that's a tripping penalty.
I got in there, broke it. Broke his stick as he fell down on it.
So 7:21 left here in overtime. Lakers power play 0 for 1 on the power play so far. Chance here for the Eagles, almost a shorthanded chance, but Simbulik gets back in the play. As it's dumped back in by the Eagles, sent the length of the ice by the Eagles. 1:42 left here in the power play. Lakers will pick it up in their own zone. Behind the net, it's Easton Kennedy. He'll drop it off here for Bauer Walter. Backhanded across ice for Simbulik. Now Walter gets it back into the offensive zone. Walter setting up the power play, but his pass to Simbulik could not be received, and the Lakers will have to go back in their own defensive zone after that missed pass. As Simbulik brings it in the offensive zone. Overtime here, power play for the Lakers. Simbulik back to Kennedy. Now to Bauer Walter. About a minute left on the power play. Walter, right side now for Simbulik. Bottom of the circles. Kennedy couldn't receive the pass. Now gets it back on his tape. Back to the high slot for Bauer Walter. Now to the left wing for Rhett Walter. Back to Bauer. Bauer, right side. Simbulik. Bottom of the circles. Kennedy. One-timer by Simbulik. Shot was deflected and goes to the near side corner. As the Lakers will play it back to the defense. Here's Bauer Walter. 30 seconds left on the power play. Rhett Walter with a wrist shot. That goes off the stick of a defender and on a play. Offensive zone draw coming up. With 5:48 left here in overtime. 27 seconds left here in the power play. Eagles getting in front of that last shot by Walter. As the Lakers...
The Eagles definitely not as aggressive on their kill as the Lakers, but they're aggressive enough to make them move the puck a little quicker than they want to.
Letting them play as kind of a tight box. Anytime it goes down below the circles, and they're tightening up, but letting them pass it around defensively, from the defense to defense. Here as the Lakers keep it in the zone here. Down to 5 seconds left in the power play.
In this situation, I'd have been firing pucks in there. You had Pettit down low, fire pucks, get some muddle in front of the net to try to score that goal instead of looking for that perfect fancy play. As we saw, it worked out for, I got him down for one shot during that power play.
Eagles offensive zone, shot in a goal! Fargo Davies wins it in OT, and that's Lindstad with the goal as the Lakers come up short here in overtime. Here's that goal. Lakers here at neutral ice kind of broke down, and a wide side pass. Lindstad left alone as he entered the zone and beats Griffin Lindbergh, and the Lakers' winning streak ends at 3 games as Fargo Davies picks up their 4th win of the season. So a tough one here tonight at the Kent for the Lakers, but Fargo Davies comes through in overtime to snap the Lakers' 3-game winning streak. Joe Lindstead with that goal. And our final on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard, 2-1. The Fargo Davies Eagles win in overtime. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our post-game show next here on KDLM and streaming on YouTube at Lakes TV3.
Sanford Clinic of Detroit Lakes wants to wish the Lakers good luck in the high school sports season. Sanford Clinic of Detroit Lakes salutes Laker sports and its great tradition. The Lakers have shown us how hard work, dedication, and teamwork is what it takes to succeed. At Sanford Clinic, they resemble those of the athletes with passion, courage, and strength. Sanford Health, Detroit Lakes, open Monday through Saturday, 218-846-2000.
Good luck, Lakers, from Bluebird Books in Detroit Lakes. Bluebird Books carries new books for all ages and interests. They also have a great assortment of local art, candles, cards, candy, and many other gift items. Their friendly and experienced staff can help with book recommendations for yourself or for a gift. And if they don't have the book you're looking for, they'd be happy to order it for you. Bluebird Books is open 7 days a week, located on Washington, downtown Detroit Lakes, and online at www.bluebirdbooks.store.
Principal Mortgage Group Incorporated, number 194185, a locally owned mortgage broker committed to providing clients with excellent customer service, combined with competitive mortgage rates. Whether you're a first-time home buyer, purchasing or building your dream home, refinancing an outstanding mortgage, consolidating debt, our highly experienced team of mortgage professionals can help make your dreams come true. Contact Craig, NMLS number 195006, Rob, NMLS number 320509, or Julia, NMLS 537109 at 844-7466.
Are you tired of impersonal service and surprise fees from your bank? Time to change that, and fast. Just open your new checking account at Bell Bank, in person or online. It's America's best checking, and we'll work with you to make your switch as smooth as possible. Get started at bell.bank/easy. Already a happy Bell customer? Tell a friend. Once they switch, you'll both get $50. Bell Bank, member FDIC. Bonus will be deposited within 5 business days after qualifications are met. $50 minimum deposit to open.
A Foltz building speaks for itself, but our customers say it best. This is Nick Bowers with Foltz Buildings in Detroit Lakes. From garages to commercial spaces, machine storage to toy storage, our experienced team delivers top quality construction tailored to your needs. See our work firsthand. Visit our models any day of the week on Highway 10 West in Detroit Lakes. Call 218-847-3281 for a free estimate. And read real customer reviews at foltzbuildings.com.
From the first Little Laker to the now Senior Lakers, Lake Sports Shop has been equipping those kids with the best and safest equipment in the Lakes area. Lake Sports Shop in Detroit Lakes, also proud to be the best location for hunting gear, winter gear, summer water toys, birthday gifts, holiday gifts, and just your all-around Lake Sports Shop. Good luck to all of the Laker athletes, whether you're just starting out or now seniors. Lake Sports Shop in Detroit Lakes, a proud sponsor of all Laker athletes.
And welcome back as we get into the post-game show. The Lakers fall in overtime. Final score 2-1 to Fargo Davies as we get some post-game reaction from head coach Ben Noah. Coach, a loss here tonight snaps your winning streak, but very equally played game, I thought, kind of back and forth.
Yeah, these are the kind of games we want to be in right now, especially early in the year. Get all this kind of experience of playing in tight games, high-pressure moments. To be honest with you, what I saw from about the 10-minute mark left in the third, and then including overtime, we were tired. And that's kind of a product of going back-to-back. We played last night, and obviously we rely on our top guys, heavy minutes, and you could just see it with their inability to move pucks and snap them around and catch passes and be sharp and stop on things. No fault to them. They're battling. But that's, that back-to-back kind of got us down the stretch in this game.
Yeah, at times kind of sloppy. And for both sides. I mean, they played back-to-back too, so it was just kind of sloppy, disjointed at times, right? So just have to power through that.
Yeah. We're going to take a lot of good out of this game. I'll watch film on Monday morning and on both games because we did a lot of good things last night too. And we're kind of at that point now where we've really found a good identity. We've played really good hockey the last 3 games, including tonight. We battled really hard and did some nice things. But now it's time to start showing all the positives of what our game looks like when we're doing all the right things. And there's plenty of film from this game.
Your penalty kill. I mean, it just makes life so difficult for the power play unit. I know that first power play that they had, I don't think they even generated a shot on goal, and you're just pressuring, but also being strategic about not just blindly running at players.
Yeah, how many did they have tonight, power plays?
They had 2.
Yeah, so we were 21 for 21 on the kill leading up to this game, so now we're 23 for 23 on the season, 100%, which is a pretty awesome stat. We're proud of it. But the kids, they buy in, and we focus on that. We actually kind of revamped our penalty kill a couple of years ago as a program, and we're kind of seeing the benefits of it right now.
The first game we saw, for me, broadcasting was with Carter Whitworth, was that Thief River Falls game. I know that was his first game back, too, and he just brings such a energy to the ice and some really big hits tonight.
Yeah, Carter was great tonight, disrupting all kinds of plays, and when you have a player like Carter in the lineup and he is finishing checks and he's so fast, even when he's not on the ice, the other team can kind of feel it a little bit, and they think he's on the ice, right? So it's a great presence to have. Hopefully we stay healthy because we got a really good thing going on here.
Lawson Justison scored the goal tonight. That second line has been on fire this last 2 games.
Yeah, and Lawson's a senior, captain, does everything the right way, and he's really leading, his line mates who are 2 juniors, Hank Schlotterhoff and Henry Olsen. And the awesome thing about those 2 is they're really emerging. And, again, playing the right way, the little habits, the details, the responsibilities, they've bought in. They've been in our system for a year, and now it's becoming natural for them, and they just do it hard, and they're getting rewarded for it. So we're really happy with our second line right now, which is why we're super confident moving forward. It's just always hard to you want to win, right? So, but again, big picture, I'll take a look at some film. We'll keep the confidence high in that room, and we've got a big week ahead of us.
Yeah, big week, starting with Alexandria on Tuesday, and then St. Cloud is a conference opponent as well, and then wrapping it up with East Grand Forks next Saturday.
Yeah, 2 conference opponents, a section opponent. Every game is going to be very similar to this. It's going to be fast. It's both teams are going to want to play north, and attention to detail. And so that's why this is such a beneficial situation to be in, is now our guys just felt what it felt like to lose, and maybe the next time we're in this situation, we got a little more oomph in our game.
All right, we'll see you on Tuesday.
All right, thanks, Charlie.
Appreciate the time, Coach. Head coach Ben Noah joining us here on the post game as the Lakers fall in overtime. Final score 2-1. Let's take our final break here, and we'll be back to wrap things up here from the Kent right after this. Here, this is that.
When local community, check out the Boys and Girls Thrift Store and More of Detroit Lakes. They've got the largest selection of thrift family apparel in the upper Midwest, all at low everyday prices. The B&G Thrift Store and More has been voted the best thrift discount store in the Lakes area. From truckload sales to outdoor living furniture to thrift items, they cover everything you could possibly want. Shop Monday through Saturday 9 a.m. to 7, Sundays 10 a.m. to 5. The Boys and Girls Thrift Store and More is a proud supporter of all Laker athletics.
All right, welcome back. Wrapping things up here from the Kent here tonight. Lakers fall. Final score on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard 2-1. As we heard from Coach Noah. I mean, these are good games, right, Matt? It's good to have these types of games. It's not a section game. It's not a conference game. It's against a team from out of our state. But just the experience of battling in overtime, it's just good for the rest of the season too.
Yeah, I mean, you get some practice. You call that late timeout. We haven't had to do that yet. There's certain things that you're going to pick up. You got to look. You have to look at it. You have to look at it like that. You have to take a look at the game and say, it was like we talked about, a sloppy game, and there was some adversity out there on both sides of the rink. But when it came right down to it, we learned a few things tonight about our team, and we learned to play in a tough situation. We got that feeling of that overtime loss. We know what it feels like now. We don't want to see that again. So yeah, you just have to you have to find something to take with you down the road. Like you said, Tuesday night you come right back against a good team down in Alexandria, and you want to start to pick up and build some wins there. So tonight's one of those nights that you just got to put it behind you. Hey, this is a North Dakota hockey team. Unfortunately, it's the third loss to a North Dakota team this season.
I mean, we're undefeated against Minnesota teams, so that's
so we got to keep, like I said, keep the positive things flowing, and that's just what you have to do. Bring that back to the locker room and say, okay, what'd you learn tonight, fellas, and what aren't we going to do tomorrow? And you get right back to, you got a weekend to think about it. Get on the ice on Monday, have a good solid practice, and get right back to it Tuesday night.
Take a quick look at the scoring summary. Lawson Justison scored the game's first goal for the Lakers, his second goal of the season, and Hank Schlotteroff with the assist. The Eagles tied it up, 6 minutes left in the second period. Connor Peterson with the goal. We're scoreless in the third, much like in the first period, scoreless in the third. And then in the overtime frame, the goal was scored by Joe Lindstedt, the overtime winner against Griffin Lindbergh. It's time now for our Muscatel GMC MVP of the game, and we're going to give it to the game winner, Joe Lindstedt, with the game winner, and is our Muscatel GMC MVP of the game. Taking a look at our broadcast schedule, where we'll be at next. We'll have games on Thursday with our starting lineup. Here's a game on Thursday with girls hockey, Morris Benson. Friday, girls basketball versus Sauk Rapids Rice. We have a basketball doubleheader versus Holly. The next time we'll see this boys hockey team will be in the year 2026 when we travel to East Grand Forks for that matchup with the Green Wave. I thank everyone involved in the production of our broadcast. I want to thank our director tonight, Raina Zima, and Kale doing a great job. Rylan Mills on camera. Matt Wimmer, my color commentator. I'm Charlie Newland, signing off here from the Kent Freeman Arena. Final score on our BTD Manufacturing scoreboard. The Lakers fall in overtime to Fargo Davies in boys hockey. Final score 2-1. Have a great rest of your Friday. We'll talk again soon.